Oh, there we go. Hey! Hello, everyone. Yes, this title screen's a bit weird. I'll address that in a sec. I should have put my phone. Yeah, I should have put my phone on bloody less, just no volume, shouldn't I? We apparently have 7 people in here already. I find that crazy. I didn't think people would actually come in to watch any of this, at least just yet. For everyone who is in here, can I please get, just a quick little thing in the chat of like, is the sound good? Is the display good enough? Running off Australian internet and stuff, quality isn't going to be the best you're ever going to see out there on YouTube or Twitch and everything. I'm streaming at like 4,000 bitrate. Because I only get like 5 megabits upload, so, oh, we got a few people in there. Sylvan the Hedgehog 40, hello. Rancelot, hello. Total Galaxies, hello. Sounds good, good to hear, good to hear. I've been doing some tests and everything like yesterday and before I actually started up the stream today, so, yeah. I've had to do a bit of fiddling with Mania, because it's like, it's done some stuff where, when I try to tab between, because I'm running 2 monitors, so I have this chat up on my second monitor, Mania on my main monitor, which is great. It means I can easily look back on the chat and everything and see what you guys are saying. Actually, I should probably move the chat closer to where I'll be looking, so it's like that a bit more. That's nicer. You'll know when I'm tabbed off of Mania because the game will freeze, sort of. Okay, so I'll go over mods real quick. Obviously, this is different. I'm using the version 2 of Sonic 3 Experience by Capacitado, which I plugged in my critique. So as you can see, that we've got a thing here, welcome to Sonic 3 Experience. Version 2 adds in all these cool little, like, oh, look at that, like, come on, that's great. Adds in, a bunch of cool little stuff. And changes the title screen and stuff. It changes the music on some things, so by default that title screen is actually the Sonic 3 title screen theme. I modded the mod to change it to the Sonic & Knuckles title screen theme, which I've always greatly preferred to Sonic 3. Hold on, I'm doing some shuffling around again on my second monitor just so I can kind of see the stream in the background on Chrome, so I can just see what it kind of looks like. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so I modded that music. It mods the boss music too, so the boss theme and the mini-boss themes are changed to the Sonic 3 and Knuckles themes as well, which I love. I love Sonic 3 and Knuckles and everything, but Mania OST is like one of my all-time favorites, so, I kind of give the edge to the Mania OST just a bit. Playing Mania, want to hear that Mania music. But I did keep in this here, T-Lope's remix of the Sonic 3 Data Select theme, because I love this remix, and I'm glad he included it in the mod. And I love just the little Sonic 3, like, sprite, like, oh, it's just so great. I love this game. But as I mentioned, obviously, as I went over in the critique, I do have a lot of like little, like, if I didn't make it clear in the video, I guess my thing with Mania is like, it's an amazing, amazing game. My second favorite Sonic game ever, basically, right up there with Sonic 3 and Knuckles, just a little bit below. And for me, it is literally just like the base core of the game is fantastic. But there's just a lot of like little things where I'm like, oh, I wish they'd, just done that a bit better. Rancelot, you've never been a fan of the Sonic 3 sprites. Well, my friend, this is where we get into objectivity here, and I say you are wrong. That is a joke, of course. Oh, thank you. I put a lot of work into that Sonic Mania video. I'm not like, oh, I hope I become YouTube famous, but like, I would like if it got a bit more attention. Like, it hasn't done anywhere near as well as my 3D Sonic video did. That got like, that's on like 37,000 views. Mania critique is still on like 1.5k at the moment, I think. Which, you know, the fact that, like, I haven't got, like, any massive, you know, like, plugs from anyone or anything, and it's done that well, is pretty good for me, because I'm only on, like, nearly 3,000 subscribers, and, you know, that's good for me. I don't normally get that many views just based off my, like, existing subs and recommended videos and stuff. Hello there! Oh god, Hermabe101? Hiremabe101? I'm not sure. I'm very sorry if I've mispronounced your names, to anyone. Okay, I should probably stop babbling and just, like, get into the actual stream, shouldn't we? So basically, I'm just gonna do a Sonic and Tails All Emeralds run, probably. Get to the final boss, do the whole thing, and we can just chat about, you know, like about what I said in the video, really. If anyone has any questions about how I feel about things, I'll probably go a bit more in depth as we're playing, so like as I'm going through each zone I might go over some more things on how I feel about stuff and things like that, and the mods I'm using. Part of me wanted to use the what do you call it, the Steve's Sonic 3 palette mod instead of the 3 experience one, but I'm like, nah, I like the 3 experience mod, even though it's not quite finished yet. It adds a lot of cool little things. Supersonic sprites have been improved as well and stuff, so that's great. I'm gonna have to delete another save in order to do an All Emeralds run. I would do no save mode, but like, if something happens in the stream and it decides to die on me, then, you know, I think this is the one I used for the critique, and this would have been an earlier one. As I said in the video, these are not my original saves. Like, I've deleted and redone them so many times, and even then my original, like, very first runs of the game would have been on the Switch version. And obviously I don't have any footage of that because it's on the Switch and can't record and stuff. Sonic R is the best game ever made. Addy, you know, I don't know why. Aren't you at school? What are you watching this for? You know, Sonic R, music's really nice. You know, I had Living in the City at the end of my critique for a reason. You know. I'll delete this one. Further Sonic 2 sprites, that's fair. The Sonic 2 sprites, I think, you know what? I think there are mods that, wait, how do I'm blanking here. How the hell do I just delete a save? Oh, I have to, okay, X, right? Yes. The Sonic 2 sprites are pretty good. I think there are mods for Mania that add those in. I'll go more into mods as we go on. Let's just start. So yeah, Sonic 3 sprite is just great. I will say, this mod does a really good... No, Sonic Blast, no, get out of here. This mod does a great job of incorporating the Sonic 3 sprite into Mania. Sometimes I do feel the colors look a little bit off, like a bit too shiny and contrasting, or at least like, oh, pardon me, at least like, it's hard to explain, like in comparison to the, because the Sonic 3 sprite was obviously not made to fit for this game, you know, like it was the Mania sprite. So there are points where like the colors can contrast a bit. Mainly I noticed it underwater. So I was doing like a stream test in Hydro City, and I was just noticing like, oh crap, you know, like these colors looking a bit weird. As you can see here, I got the I got the Starpost, Sonic 3 Starpost mod. It's not the same one I used in the video though. This is a mod that includes all of the past checkpoints. So it has the Sonic 1 lamppost, Sonic CD lampposts, the Sonic 2 Starpost, the Sonic 3 Starposts. These are the Sonic 3 Starposts. The normal Sonic 3 Starpost mod that I used in the critique does not agree with Sonic 3 Experience, unfortunately. So I think it's just the palette. Like, I think Sonic 3 Experience in the mod, it has data to say like override the normal lamppost to change the light blue palette to the dark blue Sonic palette. So I had to use this mod instead that doesn't have that blue I don't know. I don't know. It's some weird confliction where like bleh, where it decided to display yeah, the lamp post with a darker blue instead of the star post. So I just got a different mod with star posts in it instead. And if anything, it's more accurate to Sonic 3 because the other one was more like a Sonic 3 star post in the Mania style. Like they tried to sort of scheme the colors differently and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll get into the points and stuff a bit more now. As I said in the video, you know, this is Green Hill. We've seen it so many times by now. It's hard to really, you know, say anything like too in depth about it because it's just, you know, it's a great, you know, it's an iconic, amazing, famous, you know, opening level for a reason. Green Hill is such a fantastic first stage for Sonic 1. You know, there's a reason that Emerald Hill is there in Sonic 2, and Palm Tree Panic, and Angel Island's quite different, which I like. It's part of the reason I love Sonic 3. But, you know, there's a reason that style, that music, all that aesthetic and level design and stuff has become so drilled into the, to the, you know, Sonic history, I suppose. It is good. It's just, yeah, you know, would this game have been better if Green Hill was not in it? Probably. I suppose I should be talking about the special stages as well right now. As I said in the video, these are like, God, you know, like my favorite special stages in Sonic now. These are great. It can be a little bit buggy, like when you overshoot the UFO and stuff, so... yeah, Renslot, it doesn't hurt the game as much as I thought it would, to me. Like, I can play this game and enjoy the hell out of it, despite the fact there's old levels in it, because I've just, like, accepted it. I'm like, yeah, there's old levels, whatever, you know, for the most part, they're, like, basically completely different, to, you know, the original stages anyway, so I'm not freaking out about it. I think this just goes back to where I already went. Yes, it does. Yeah, it doesn't... I don't lose sleep over it or anything, but, you know, I know that what I wanted was a brand new Sonic game that had, you know, like a proper sequel to 3 Knuckles, which is what... I don't know if you guys have seen my initial, my initial reaction to when Mania was announced. It's in a video of mine from, you know, 2016 when the game was first shown off. I, like, freaked out when they first showed it off, because I thought, you know, when I saw Christian Whitehead's name, I just went like, oh, Sonic 3 Knuckles! And I screamed thinking they were porting Sonic 3 Knuckles, but then they showed all this new stuff, and I was like, oh, even better! You know, new Sonic game, and they showed Green Hill, and I was kind of like, ooh, hold on a sec, but... yeah, old levels doesn't, you know, doesn't drive me insane, but I never want to see Green Hill Zone ever again after this. Maybe in a spin-off game, you know, like in... if it shows up in, like, a racing game or whatever, you know, okay. Here's another cool thing with this mod, and get the invincibility. It's the Sonic & Knuckles invincibility theme, which is a favorite of mine. I love the Sonic & Knuckles theme in general. It's better than the Sonic 3 theme, which is why I like that Sonic 3 Knuckles replaces the music. And the speed shoes are a Sonic 3 remix of Toot Toot Sonic Warrior, which is also really nice. Yeah, it's got the launch-based Michael Jackson Goes and everything, so that's cool. Where am I? There we go. Hermaid 101, you feel like you're the only person who liked Eggman Land and Unleashed. Probably. I like the idea of Eggman Land, you know? Like, in big, imposing, like, Eggman's finally done it, guys, holy shit, you know, like, he's ready to, do his thing and take over the world, and he's finally made his theme park and everything. Like, I love the theme, the idea of it. Just the level is it's just too long. It's too long, and it's a bit too much of a difficulty spike. Unleashed can get quite, you know, difficult later on as it goes, but Eggman Land it's just a bit too harsh. I feel. To be fair, I also haven't played Unleashed in ages. If it was on PC, I'd play it again. But I'd never touch consoles, really. I only ever play on my PC and my Switch. Because I have my Switch. Here's a fun fact. I have my Switch basically here on my desk with me. So here at my desk, I've got my PC, I've got my main 27-inch monitor that I'm playing Mania on, and I have my second monitor right here where I'm reading the chat and everything, seeing what you guys are saying, and checking on the stream health through OBS and everything. Yeah, and then I have my Switch right here as well. And what I do is I run the Switch through my main monitor, and then keep my second monitor up with my computer on, and then I have an auxiliary cable running from my monitor into the back of my computer. So when I'm running the Switch through my main monitor, I can basically run the audio through my computer, and I can listen to my Switch and my computer at the same time. So if I'm playing a game on my Switch, like Splatoon, and I want to talk to my friends while playing it, I can do that through the same set of headphones. I don't need to, do any fiddling around. It's great. Only problem is, one time I joined Discord, and Discord thought my microphone was my auxiliary cable, so I was playing Shovel Knight, and I joined Discord, and all my friends could hear was me playing Shovel Knight, which wasn't what I wanted, funnily enough. Who was saying hello to? Sonic Plays. Hello. How are you? How is everyone doing? I haven't asked that. How is everyone doing? I don't know where you guys are from, what time zone it is. Oh wait. Ah, well. All right. I missed a special stage, so whatever. If Titanic Monarch was like Eggman Land but with better level design, yeah, that could be a thing. Titanic Monarch, it kind of annoys me a little bit, because it's like, there's a lot of potential there, for a cool, imposing final level, but it just feels kind of like out of nowhere. It's just a bit, I guess what the thing with all of Mania, really, it feels very, disconnected. As we're gonna see right here, we're gonna go from Green Hill to Chemical Plant and just warp, just warp there, with no clear geography at all. And like I said in the video, hardboiled heavies aren't really established all that well. It's almost 9 p.m. It's nearly 1 p.m. here in Brisbane, Australia. Oh, that was okay. Yes, he hasn't changed the Chemical Plant animation in this mod yet, so that's a thing. He changes the palette, but the sprites are still not changed. His running animation is what? Screwed someone up there. Can't get up here now unless Tails wants to. Oh wait, no. That's what I'm talking about when you have the peel out enabled, trying to get Tails to pick you up can be a little bit finicky, because it's up and jump for Tails to grab you, which is the same as peel out, so a little bit finicky. Okay, I think I can never remember where I want to go here. I think it's down. Oh, maybe not. I'm trying to find the. I know there's another way to get to it. I'm trying to find the special stage. That's in the wall with the buddy. Yeah, okay. I've not gotten to it. The special stage that is, yeah, you zoom past it. Is it down here? It might be down here. Let's find out. You know what? This is stream. Who cares? Yeah, here we go. Down here. That's something I didn't really talk about in the video because it was just. It's just a it's just a thing in Sonic games, especially classic games, that I've just, used to. I think I wanted to mention, I just kind of forgot to. The live system. Because I know a lot of people sort of like, hey, games don't really need lives anymore. And Mania, I know for a lot of people who aren't really as into Sonic games as me, Mania was a bit challenging, and they'd get game overs and all that kind of stuff. And to them, it was like, well, why do I have to, you know, get a game over and then bloody start the whole zone again? You know, that's not fun. And I get that. I really do. I guess for me, I guess the reason I forgot to really talk about it in the video was just like, it's literally never been a problem for me because I've been playing Sonic games for God knows how long, and I've never come close to game overing in Mania, ever. I remember, like, I've game overed in, like, you know, Sonic 1 and 2, like, years ago. Probably game overed in Sonic 3, you know, when I first played it, but, like, Sonic 3 I'll end a file with, like, 30 lives or something, and then Mania, as you've seen, I'll end with, like, 50 or 60 or something, and the only times I ever die in this game are, like, weird little glitches or something that are just sort of like, probably or just me, like, trying to go too fast and then just doing something stupid because I play quite recklessly because I don't, yeah, it's like that, I don't really need to worry too much. I would use Tails here, or I could just... Damn. Yeah, I feel that... I like the feeling of just earning a ton of lives in Sonic games. Like, to me, it's not even about, like, oh, I need this many lives, you know, as, like, a safety net. Because it's like, no, I'm never gonna die. Like, I'm barely ever gonna die. It's just, for me, it's literally just like, I like just having a ton of lives. Just because, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, look at all those lives I just got, you know? No, I need to wait for the, gotta wait for the Mega Muck. There we go. So, oh, I screwed it up. Yeah, so for me, it's like, having, like, running out of lives is never a problem, and I like the feeling of just having a ton of lives, but I do think... I know Sonic Forces didn't have lives, I haven't played it, not the full game, but I know Forces got rid of lives entirely, which is a good step, I think. The classic Sonic, though, it is tricky, because it's like that's... like, it is a game from that time, and, you know, it's fun to just earn a lot of lives. You know, getting 100 rings and stuff, so it is, like, they have to, I think they need to figure out, like, what is an alternative, you know? Like, what's something else we could do for when you get 100 lives? Yeah, I'm not sure. Exactly, exploration and, yeah, like, getting, one-ups and things like that. Yeah, it's fun. But you know, the Mania team's clever, like, they got a lot of good ideas. I'm sure they could think of some kind of, like, you know, what's, if we're not gonna have lives, like, what's something we can give players, you know, around the place, just for when they wanna, you know, explore and find stuff. Other than, obviously, the other things like elemental shields and, special stage rings and stuff, you know? But yes, even then, currently special stage rings feed into lives, because you get 50 rings for each one if you've already done all the special stages, so it's like... yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky, but yeah, I would like to see what a classic Sonic game could be like without a live system, you know? Where you don't need to worry about game overing, because getting a game over is a bit... it's a bit archaic, you know? It's a bit, you know, it's a holdover from arcade design sensibilities and stuff. The whole, you know, insert another coin, keep playing, and you can only, you know, get this many tries, because that's how they get you. And back then, as well, it was also like, well, you know, games are short. Like, Sonic Mania comes out for 20 bucks, and that's fine, but back then, you know, these games were releasing for full price. And, you know, they can't... it would be tricky to justify selling, you know, Sonic 2 or something. Which at the time, Sonic 2 is a pretty difficult game if that's your first, you know, one of your first games, or especially if you're not really into Sonic and you've been playing it, you know, for years and years, Sonic 2 can be a bit tricky, especially, you know, Metropolis and Death Egg and everything, so it's like, they needed a way to extend that playtime. Same time though, there was no bloody save feature back then in a lot of games, so it is a bit like, come on. You already got to worry about beating the whole game in one sitting. Ow. I don't think you... Yeah, I don't know. I personally don't have a huge problem with it, but like, I do completely get why it's been a thing. Yeah, Shovel Knight found a great workaround to it. But yeah, that you can't just like take that and, you know, just put that in Sonic. It's a bit you'd need to find a another sort of idea that's similar to that. I've just been playing all the Shovel Knight stuff again, actually. I just did, because I got Shovel Knight on Switch on the Christmas sale, I think. So I replayed, you know, the normal Shovel of Hope campaign, which I've done so many times now, it's like not even really a problem for me anymore. I finished the game with like way too much money, and I never need to worry about like getting all the upgrades I want and stuff. But then I also did Plague Knight's campaign, which I played around the time it first came out on the Wii U version. But I didn't finish it. I remember I got to the final boss, and then my Wii U crashed or something, and it was like late at night, and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna go to bed now. And then I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't keep playing it. And then I played Spectre Knight's campaign, which was great, but both of them are like, I consider to be a lot harder than Shovel Knight's. I guess Shovel Knight's a bit more traditional, whereas Plague Knight and Spectre Knight are trying to be a bit more, you know, off the rails and, you know, weird in their concepts and stuff, and I like that. Plague Knight's a lot of fun. The ending actually like, made me cry a little bit when I saw it. It was very sweet. And Spectre Knight's campaign is super cool. Like, oh my god, he's like Sonic, basically. As stupid as that sounds, he is like, he grinds on rails, and you can like hold down on the D-pad to have him like cross his arms with an attitude and stuff. And he basically has Sonic's homing attack, and you can like run up walls and things. He's great. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, so Shovel Knight stuff's good. Shovel Knight's great. One of the best platformers, I'd say. For anyone wondering, other than Sonic, because believe it or not, I do like other games that aren't just Sonic, and there are a lot of other games, and a lot of other things in general I would love to do videos on the channel. Other than Sonic, Super Mario World, one of the best, probably my favorite Mario game, one of the best platformers out there. Absolutely incredible. Mega Man X is my favorite Mega Man game. I like Mega Man 2 and 3 as well, but Mega Man X is like, oh, I've played that one the most, and I can play that just over and over. It's so fun, like, oh, just the dash and like the wall jumping and everything. Mega Man's, or X's movement in that is just so fluid and great, and all the bosses and just wonderful. So yeah, Super Mario World, Mega Man X, some of my other favorite platformers. Obviously 3D Mario as well, like Galaxy is great, Odyssey was amazing, one of my favorite games of last year. I love me the Metroidvanias, so Metroid games, Super Metroid's great, Metroid Zero Mission's great. Just did a second one of Hollow Knight again. If you guys have not played Hollow Knight, it's an indie game, an indie Metroidvania that came out last year. Absolutely incredible. You guys need to play Hollow Knight. It's so good. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go through this bloody pipe. I'm an idiot. Oh, I haven't beaten the first X. X1 is just incredible. It's I played a bit of X2 at one point. Wasn't crazy about it. I just went back to X1 immediately because I was like, X1's better. Oh, we got some new sprites for Sonic here. That's cool. Yeah, Shantae. Shantae's great. What was the I forget the name of a second. Half Genie Hero was a little bit disappointing to me, unfortunately. I don't think it was bad, but it just... there's just something about it. Well, I know what it was. It was the lack of Metroidvania focus in it that I was just kind of like, eh. Like I wouldn't have minded if it was level to level, but it's still like designed with backtracking and stuff. I'm like, okay, this is weird. So they're kind of, because Mega Man X is kind of like that with the way it does progression, in that it's you can backtrack through levels and stuff. But it's not, Shantae Half Genie Hero does it kind of weirdly, like it's not, yeah, I don't know, I love the Shantae games, like Pirate's Curse is great. Big fan of Pirate's Curse. Haven't played the very first one, but I've played Risky's Revenge, Pirate's Curse, Half Genie Hero. I haven't played the DLC for Half Genie Hero, I might at some point. I love the music, like, anything by Jake Kaufman. Jake Kaufman's remixes for Spectre of Torment, Shovel Knight, incredible. Probably his remixes of Plague Knight's theme, Treasure Knight's theme, and what's the other one? I think just Spectre Knight's theme, the Lich Yard, are like the best. I might buy his Spectre of Torment soundtrack, because I've already bought the Shovel Hope soundtrack. So I might buy Spectre of Torment as well. OST. Yeah, the visual style of Half Genie Hero is great. I love the fluid animations. The 2D and 3D like mix is a little bit weird to me. Like, I'm not a huge fan on how they have like these weird 3D elements mixed with the 2D. I find that to be a bit strange. But all the bloody like hand-drawn stuff is just great. It's absolutely lovely. Hello, Cot, I believe your name is. How are you doing, my friend? This is Studiopolis Zone, which, as I said in the video, I didn't go too in depth into Studiopolis. I went a bit more in depth with the boss, but the level itself I didn't go too much in because it's just so good. Like, what can I say? It's just so good. I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm such a film nerd, I'm a film geek, but I'm big into movies. I love movies. I want to do more stuff about movies on this channel. Big fan of film and just all the studio aesthetics and lights and stuff, and just, this level is like just the best. It's so, like, even like taking away like, I like movies and stuff. Just like, I love those windows. I'll try to get back to them, but I didn't realize there's a hole in the ground. I love all the colors and the creativity of the badniks, and just these from bloody Daytona USA or whatever. Like, holy crap! This, as I said in the video, this was the first level that was not only made for Mania, but the first level shown for a reason, because it was just, you can tell they knew exactly what they wanted out of it, and yeah, they delivered. This is such a fantastic zone. Have I seen Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame? I might have seen it when I was younger. Gotta admit, no, I've not seen it like anytime recently. Obviously know of it and everything, like all the Disney movies. Disney for me, when I was growing up, was more Lion King, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, I believe. Dumbo was a massive one. That's actually being played in cinemas again near me next month, and I'll probably go see it, because I watched Dumbo a hell of a lot when I was a kid. Obviously Pixar stuff, I know that doesn't really count, it's not necessarily Disney. Like, it is, but it isn't. What other Disney stuff did I watch a lot of? I don't remember. I mean, outside of Disney, I mean, you guys should... Anyone who's watched my videos should know that I am huge into dinosaurs. Part of the reason why Jurassic Park is like my favorite thing. And I love... I want to do videos on the Jurassic Park movies and stuff. I was actually thinking my next video essay sort of thing... it wouldn't really be a video essay because I wouldn't really be like making any points so much. It would just be like a gushing kind of thing. But I was thinking of doing a video about Jurassic World Evolution, which is the upcoming park building simulator. It's going to release in June with Fallen Kingdom. That is like everything I've wanted out of a video game ever since I was like 5 years old, because I played the hell out of Operation Genesis, the previous Jurassic Park park building simulator. Hey, holy crap. I played the hell out of that when I was younger. It's one of my favorite games ever. So a sequel to that is like, oh. But yeah, when I was a kid, Land Before Time was like huge for me. I still have all the VHSs. Land Before Time. It's not Disney, but like, oh my god. Loved the Land Before Time when I was a kid. So yeah, that was another one for me back then. I can't read the chat right now. I know there's another message, I think, but a little bit busy trying to catch this UFO. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, watch. Oh, right. Yeah, I might. There's a lot of movies in general I really want to just go back and watch. Either ones I haven't watched in ages, or ones I haven't ever seen before. Because I've seen a lot of movies, but there's also a lot of movies I haven't seen. For example, just last night, me and my friends were talking about how I've not seen the Dark Knight trilogy, which I am not huge into superhero movies, like superhero movies now, because I think they all suck for the most part. Like I saw Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'm a massive Spider-Man fan. Not like, I don't have like in-depth knowledge about everything Spider-Man, but like I love the Sam Raimi movies, mainly 1 and 2, not really 3. Spider-Man 2 is, in my opinion, the best superhero movie ever made, the best one I've ever seen. Incredibles is great if you want to count Incredibles. But I have not seen the Dark Knight trilogy. And my friends are like, what? Have you not seen the Dark Knight trilogy? And I was like, I don't know, I just haven't seen it. So that's something I need to watch. I like Batman. For me, though, none of the Batman movies have ever captured what I like about him at all. Because I like animated series Batman. I've watched all the animated series. I've watched Mask of the Phantasm. I need to watch Batman Beyond. Well, I love that Batman. So I've not watched The Dark Knight. I want to watch the SpongeBob movie again. I just bought that on Blu-ray a while ago. That's a movie I saw in the cinemas when it came out. So I grew up on like those first 3 seasons of SpongeBob, and then the movie came out, and I saw it in cinemas, and it was just amazing. I really want to watch that movie again. And no, I do not know the way, because that's a stupid, unfunny meme that never should have. Bloody. That thing annoys me. That whole Knuckles Ugandan crap, because you guys. Anyone who's watched my stuff should know that I'm, I'm friends with Steve from Bailina Productions, and we play a lot of a game called Ark Survival Evolved, which you guys probably know of, which is a dinosaur survival game. And our friend Mike would always say, like, oh, I know the way, as this little inside joke thing that we had. So when I first saw this Ugandan Knuckles crap, I was like, what? This is just what Mike would say all the time. Why is this a meme now? And I was very confused. And we have, I remember like Steve put a thing on Twitter like, nope, we got video proof that Mike was saying it long before bloody Knuckles was. But yeah, I was like, what? Why? Like, I feel so bad for bloody Greg Zilla, who made that Knuckles design for his Lost World review, and now it just became a bloody meme. I mean, I'm sure he's made bank off it, I suppose, so I can't be too sorry to him, but if you search Knuckles... Oh, I wasn't looking at the screen, I was looking at the chat. If you search Knuckles on Google Images, most of the results are Uganda Knuckles. That's depressing. That's honestly just awful. You might, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you might have seen yesterday I retweeted something from my sister, Addie, who found she was at a JB Hi-Fi store, which is like a media, you know, like movies and games, music store and stuff here in Australia. And they're known for like their little funny sort of review things they put down, like they put these little cards around on stuff. Like I was very happy one time I went to a JB Hi-Fi and I was in the Blu-ray section. I saw the Jurassic Park Blu-rays and an employee had left a little like review there saying like, this is one of the best movies ever made, this is a must-have for like any film collection of yours at home, buy this movie right now. And I was like, oh, this guy gets it. And she found a review for Sonic Forces that was just like, play this game and it will show you the way, and they drew little Knuckles and they said like 3 out of 5 Ugandan Knuckles. Just was like, no, why? And she was like, yeah, JB Hi-Fi, I'd like to know who's responsible for this, please. Yeah, I was looking at the chat again, whoops. I remember when the meme was a thing, I just pressed my hips. Yeah, it's just like, memes in general are stupid. Like that, like in the sense of just culturally, because a meme is just culturally, you know, spread information, dialect, just a thing, you know, like just like a quote or just any kind of, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I just hate the, like me and my friends joke about all the time, you know, bottom text, haha, you know. Yeah, memes are stupid. When it's just lowest common denominator, like garbage, and just the kind of stuff you see on Facebook, and like minions and all that, it's just like, ugh, oh, leave me alone. I don't want to see this. Facebook in general is just garbage. I used to have to, just, hide, like, all these posts from people and all these pages I'd get crap from. I'm like, why? I don't follow this page. Why am I seeing all this garbage about it? Like, I don't care if bloody some person I haven't spoken to in 10 years or something has, like, liked some post. Like, cool, good for them. I don't want to see it. Get them out of here. Which is why I use Twitter all the time, because Twitter is good. You only have to put up with what you want to see, for the most part. Hey, oh, we got this, there we go. Yeah, Knuckles is, like, always a meme. You know, the whole, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle and stuff, and, you know, I find all that stuff funny, but it's, you know, yeah, it's just when it gets so big where it's like, alright, okay, you stop now, you know? What? Okay. Press jump, but I guess I was not inputting in time. Anyway, back to Mania real quick. Again, I love this level. This level is amazing. Just, I love the music here. I know I said in the video, Mirage Saloon may be the best of Telopes' new tracks, but that's not. I do not want to take anything away from Studiopolis, because Studiopolis Act 1 and 2 are absolutely incredible. They are also my favorites. I don't have a favorite. I don't have like one favorite track, you know, by Telopes in this game. It's very, it's very like, I don't know, it could be anything, because they're all good, really. Not really a fan of Titanic Monarch too much. Tails, wait. Can you, like, do the thing? Thank you. Not a huge fan of Titanic Monarch. Like, it's good, but I don't like to listen to it, outside of the game, as I said in the video. Oil Ocean I tend to skip when I'm going through the soundtrack. Oil Ocean Act 2 at least. I'll listen to Act 1 maybe. Act 2 I'm like, eh. What else? I love Press Garden Act 2. Press Garden Act 1 I'm not as big on in music. These are so cool. I love these. I used to, when I was a kid, I'd watch the Lotto on TV. Because Australian people here, which I know is probably none of you, because most Australian people are watching probably at school right now, back in the day, I don't think they do this anymore because I don't watch TV, Channel 10 would play episodes of The Simpsons at 10 o'clock, not 10, 6 p.m., sorry, every night. And just before that, it was always the news, like the weather report on the news, and they would used to end with the lotto as well, I think. So just before The Simpsons would come on every night, let's see, we got Sonic's Supersonic Sprite from 3, which is great. Before The Simpsons would come on, I'd always be like a few minutes early, and I would just watch the lotto, because I was just like, oh my god, you just watch all these cool little, like, coloured ball things just spin around everywhere. I love it. That's great. You know, I was a kid, colours, you know, whatever, like, just interested me. And I was like, oh, that's so cool, there's a plane going past as well at the moment. Hello, Dynamite the Hedgehog, how are you doing today? I'm surprised that I have 12 people in here right now. I don't know what, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Mania video actually did get some people in to stick around, I don't know, like, no one ever watches my stuff. Oh, I always forget. Change the level design there. I love how much smoother this animation is in Flying Battery. Oh my god, I remember when I got to Flying Battery for the first time. I don't think it was when I was on the phone to Jamie still. Then I mentioned that in the video, like when I was first playing this game. She was there to hear me bloody freaking out and everything. I think I played Flying Battery in the morning, before I went to uni. So I wouldn't have been, you know, like, freaking out then, because it was like, it would have been, what, you know, 8 AM or something. Yeah, just like, oh, this is why, I said on Twitter today, because there's that Sonic panel, South by Southwest panel in March that's coming up, and I have no expectations for that at all. I can go down here, can't I? I never normally drop down here. I think I can. Yes. Yeah, I have no expectations for that because, like, they haven't, I don't think they're gonna have anything to really announce. Because, you know, last time they had Mania coming out and they had Forces coming out, so they had things to, you know, things to address. But I don't... I mean, I know Forces wasn't really handled by, like, the main Sonic team. Like, they were lazy as hell with Forces. Like, let's just get that out of the way. You know, they didn't care. They just made a crap game because they could. So there's a chance that, like, the quote-unquote, like, good Sonic team are working on a better 3D Sonic game, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, and I do not expect an announcement of any kind of Mania sequel this soon. I do think it'll happen eventually. Maybe next year we'll get an announcement for a 2020 release date. I don't know, because I want them to take their time. But yeah, the only thing I am actually hoping for is an announcement of a Taxman and Stealth Classic Sonic collection to PC and consoles, including Sonic 3. I want that Sonic 3 remastered thing they were working on years ago that Sega was like, no! I'm hoping after Mania they're just like, alright, look, now you can do your Sonic 3 thing that everyone wants. Everyone has been wanting for years. Problem with Forces was everything. I still haven't played the full game myself, but like, oh my god, that game is just... The level design is atrocious, but the controls as well are just abysmal. They're so bad. They're so garbage. Oh yeah, these are the things in the review that I said in the review, like, oh yeah, the weird spinning circular things aren't in this level. Then I was editing the footage, I was like, hold on a second, now that I think about it, I think like there might actually have been some of those slow moving circle block things in Flying Battery and Mania, not as much as the original game. And I looked through the footage, and I just went like, oh, Yeah, it's right there. Like, they're right there before the you know, mini boss. So that I felt a bit stupid for that, which is why I was like, alright, I'll make a joke out of it, you know. I like this, the spider here, bit of foreshadowing. That's cool. And I like this boss. I'm gonna cheese it now with Super Sonic, but I think this is a pretty good mini boss. Where you have to like bounce off the badniks and stuff. That's just what I love about classic Sonic. Just all the little details and nuances in the movement. If you look at Sonic's sprite here, you can sort of see what I mean with the colors. Just, I don't know, just sometimes they clash a bit. It's a bit high contrast. That darker blue with that really light blue on his forehead. I don't know. A little bit. Yeah, it's just... Okay, it looks... Okay, I think the palette just changed, because now it looks... Strange. I don't know. It looks different now. Yeah, I don't know if anyone here loves Forces. I mean, if I say, haha, Forces sucks, lol, I'll probably go down to like 2 viewers. But I mean, come on, like, if I don't like a game, that doesn't mean that you can't, like, listen to what I'm saying still, or that like, oh, well, that's it. He doesn't like this game, so don't like him anymore. Like, come on. I know people that don't like Sonic. I don't care. I don't hate them. That's their opinion, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Now, if you don't like Jurassic Park, well, now we got a problem. Now we got a problem. Yeah, I don't know, if I do actually get Forces at some point, if it goes on sale for like $5, or if someone buys it for me or something, I might do a video on it. I probably will do something about it. I don't know if I'll do a, you know, feature-length Mania critique. But I'll do something. I'll do something. Oh, why did I already had one? So I'm moving bloody fast here. Let me read the chat. You hated classic Sonic, unable modern custom hero, use the drill wisp was fun, still on the spin dash. Yeah, wisps are, yeah. The drill thing with the custom characters is like the one thing that sort of interested me, because I'm like, oh, it looks like you can kind of maybe like speedrun with that and fling yourself, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Haven't used it myself. Can't comment. Oh, why am I? Oh, okay. I'm getting Facebook notifications on my desktop. That's fun. I think I've tried to disable those a ton of times, but it doesn't like me. Yeah, the way I'm playing Mania is I have it on I have it running borderless windowed to fix the issues with it deciding to like not work. Like I'd alt tab to OBS and then it would like I'd come back on and the display would be frozen or something, which was stupid. Oh, that's right, I need to get these to blow up. There we go. Oh. The air you gain with it's really cool. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That is, yeah, that's what I want to see in 3D Sonic stuff, like spin dash and like fleeing Sonic off slopes, and that's what I loved about Utopia. That's why that whole 3D Sonic video was just like, hey, Sonic Utopia is pretty cool, guys. You should play it if you haven't. I know some people didn't quite, like, I know a lot of people like, no, I don't like Sonic Utopia because like nothing to do in it. And so they're like, how can you think it's, you know, like the best 3D Sonic game or something? And I'm like, well, no, yes, there's not like tangible stuff to do, I agree. But it's a proof of concept, you know? Like, I mean, in terms of it being that core gameplay, it's just great. Yeah, I was watching a stream or a playthrough of something the other day, and someone went on a pathway in Lava Reef that I'd never seen before. I was just like, ah, I love this. Like, this is great. When I was doing my test recording the other day, I got to an area in Hydro City I'd never seen before. And I was like, oh, well, what do you know? How cool's that? All sorts of, yeah, I still find new places in Sonic 3 all the time. Another thing I love about it. Which I guess is one of my things about like the adventure games. I'm not like I like them, but I'm not crazy about the adventure games because they're just like Adventure 1 is certainly more open than Adventure 2 is, which I greatly appreciate with Sonic's levels. But Adventure 2 and like it's too linear. I don't like that. It's not that there's anything necessarily terrible about linear Sonic level design. It's just you have to do it in the right way, I suppose. And I don't think Adventure 2 is like the peak of how you could do linear Sonic design. You know, like, I don't want to get too into like bloody Sonic Adventure debates and crap. You know, I know it'll just get me more dislikes and crap because people be little babies. But I like the adventure games, like I do. I like them, but I don't think they're the best at all. They're not anywhere close to my favorite Sonic games, although as the years have gone on, I've kind of realized, like, my list of favorite Sonic games is actually probably a lot smaller than I would have thought. Because I'm trying to think, like, what are the Sonic games that I can say are, like, just really, really good, and that I could recommend to people without having to, like, have a bunch of asterisks on the end of that. And so I kind of realized, like, there's only really, like, 5 Sonic games, maybe not even that I would be like, yeah, these are great. You know, like, I'd say my favorites are probably, like, Sonic 3, Sonic Mania, Sonic 2, Sonic Generations, yeah, and that's where it starts getting tricky. I like Advance. Advance isn't perfect, though. I like Colors. I love the aesthetics of Unleashed. I love the music. Unleashed is one of my favorite OSTs. Adventure has one of my favorite OSTs, if not my favorite. I love, like, the Sonic stuff in it. Well, I like it a lot. I wouldn't say I love it. I like the Sonic stuff in Adventure a lot. But just everything else. Tail stuff's great in Adventure as well. Yeah, it's like, it's hard. Like, I like All-Stars Racing Transform. It's a pretty good racing game. CD's okay. There's no point playing Sonic 1. I haven't dropped any frames so far. That's great. That's lovely. It's getting a bit hot. I would like to turn my fan on, but I won't because it'll ruin the sound, so I'll just have to put up with it for like another hour or two. Australia, folks! It's actually been quite cool the past few days. It's been really nice. It's been like rainy, and just, I go to bed and I'm like, oh, I actually need to kind of like, maybe shut my window, or, you know, make sure I'm not, dying of, you know, cold. It's actually kind of like, cool enough that I'm like, ooh, But, yes, Unleashed definitely. Well, Generations they put a lot of work into, but not as. I'd say it was. They created a better game with the work they put in for Generations, but yes, Unleashed is without a doubt Sonic Team, like, trying so hard. Like, they. Oh my god. Unleashed as a game is not that great, but you can tell they were trying so hard with that game, and in a lot of ways it paid off. You know, they created a gameplay style in daytime Sonic that people quite liked. Needed work, but they were on, you know, they were onto something. I like the boost gameplay, in Generations especially. It is not perfect. I do feel it is reasonably shallow in some ways, but it is fun to speedrun and, you know, stuff like that. If they made Sonic's 3D control better, I feel it would be a lot more, just good. Yeah, Unleashed, like, oh my god, just the art direction in that game blows me away, especially when you consider the fact that game came out after 06, like 2 years after 06. What a turnaround. Like, you look at 06 and it's this ugly nightmare. Just this, artistically and gameplay-wise, like, holy crap, what a mess. And Unleashed, gameplay-wise, I wouldn't call the most cohesive game ever, either. You know, you have split between Daytime and Werehog. There's a much bigger focus on Werehog, despite the fact that no one likes him. Now, some people do, but Werehog's not. I don't like the Werehog. I mean, he's fine. I love the music, but, just, like, yeah, I love the, like, just the Sonic just touring the world idea. I love the... I would actually say Unleashed has probably my favorite... Actually, no. 3 and K is my favorite narrative in a Sonic game, I guess, because I have literally, like, no problems with it. Unleashed I have problems with, but I feel it's, like... Unleashed story is easily the best 3D Sonic game narrative ever. Like, they, I feel they got the tone as, like, good as they could for what they were tackling. Oh no, they not as good as they could. It could have been a bit better, but Unleashed knows, like, yes, this is a Sonic game. Let's have fun. Let's explore the world, and let's enjoy different foods and cultures, and let's just, like, meet people and be friends, and it's, like, it's great. It's just, like, fun, lighthearted stuff. But then it is also like, oh, the world is blown up, but, you know, they don't put too much drama into it. I think it could have worked if they made it a bit more serious in some aspects, but I feel Unleashed does it pretty good. The opening cutscene for Unleashed is still, like, my favorite thing ever with Sonic. Opening to CD is great as well, and opening to Mania, of course, but the opening to Unleashed, oh my god. If the Sonic movie does not look like that, like, then I'm out, because that's the only reason I'm going to see that movie, because the movie's going to suck outside of that, probably, you know? I can guarantee you, like, well, I can't guarantee it, because I want that movie to be good. I'll go down here. But I don't think it will be good. Oh, we got a new sprite for Ice, that's cool. Yeah, I am not expecting good things out of that Sonic movie. I would love, absolutely love to be proven wrong. I would love to have a good Sonic movie, but I'm not expecting it. Not at all. Love that! Bounce, oh, Bubble Shield. Just, this game's great. If you do not like Sonic Mania, I don't know what to tell you, man. Sonic's movie's got a lot of script changes. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I think what would work best is probably an adaptation of, of Sonic 3, actually, like the Death Egg Saga. Do something like that. Like Knuckles' arc, and like Sonic stopping the Death Egg, and all that. I don't know, that could work. Or do something where you know, Sonic and Tails and Knuckles are already all friends and stuff, and just do something like the OVA again, where it's like Sonic versus Eggman and Metal Sonic. Like, there you go. The problem, though, is then, okay, that's the action conflict. What's the actual emotional conflict? You know, like, what's the arc? What's the emotional arc the characters need to go on? Like, what are the characters changing? Because if your story does not have change in it like that, it's not really a story. Especially for something like Sonic, characters need to grow. Even if Sonic isn't having the arc, like Adventure 2, you know, has its arc with Shadow, and it's not done perfectly, but it's done well enough, you know? You feel for Shadow, you like it. In Adventure 2, maybe not some of the later games, especially not Shadow the Hedgehog. But in Adventure 2, Shadow's a good character, I like him. So, I don't know, maybe even adapt... You know what, that's more likely, actually, to have something with Shadow in the movie, because Shadow's such a popular character. I wouldn't be surprised, really, if they go for, that. Hey, it's one of my favorite fights in the game! As I said in the video, this is a great boss. Love this boss. Yeah, the Mario movie I'm not getting my hopes up over either. I am hoping that Nintendo will be like, look, we gotta put some quality control on this. Make sure Illumination's not doing anything fucking stupid. But, yeah, for those who don't know, I hate the minions, like, holy shit. Fucking hate them. So, I'm a bit worried with that Mario movie. I'm not as worried about it as Sonic, because, you know, Mario's got a good reputation and everything. Like, if Mario comes out with a crap movie, like, whatever, you know, no one's gonna... Like, people will be disappointed, but it's not gonna tarnish Mario. Sonic, on the other hand, a bit tricky. Sonic is not... Mania bloody helped, but then Forces came out and was like, hey, fuck you! Let's shit on how well Mania did and just release this, like, crap game and just ruin Sonic's reputation again. Yeah, if Sonic comes out with a shit movie, like, that's not gonna be the death of him or anything, but, like, that's not gonna help. People are gonna go like, oh, there's a shit Sonic movie, oh great, you know, Sonic sucks, guys, like, yeah, you know? I want Sonic to just have good games, and good movies, and cartoons, and like... See, I don't like Sonic Boom either. Not a fan of Boom. And I'm worried the movie will just be like Sonic Boom. I don't think it will, they'll probably try and make it more like, epic bro, and you know, explosions and action, which, admittedly, is more what Sonic should be, you know? Not shit action, like not boring crap, you know, Marvel superhero garbage, but like... I don't want to say garbage, sometimes they make good stuff. It's just bland to me. But just stuff like the Unleashed opening, you know? Things like that. I love the music for this level, by the way. Stardust Speedway, T-Lopes, oh my god. Actual legend. Yeah, I don't know, what do you guys want to see? We got 16 people in here, apparently. What do you guys want to see in the Sonic movie? Because I think they're gonna do something pretty simple. You know, maybe do something a bit more crazy in, like, sequels, if they make one. But I want it, like, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, you know, Eggman, Metal Sonic, or something. Something simple. Maybe you can have Shadow, I don't know. Just nothing too stupid, you know? Chase Flavors, thank you. If you have not seen the Mania critique that this video is referring to, I just released a 1 hour, 15 minute long analysis of this game. And I just kind of wanted to do a live stream just for the sake of it. And I was like, well, why not do Sonic Mania? And sort of just talk about Sonic, and if anyone has questions about points that I made... Oh, the Patrolman, Ryan Drummond, in the Sonic movie? Yes! Yes, please! That's actually the big thing, where I'm like, well, Sonic movie's gonna suck. So I can guarantee you Roger Craig Smith is gonna voice Sonic. It's gonna be, hey everyone! How's it going? And he's just gonna... Oh, I hate his voice so much. No copyright law in the universe is gonna stop my constipation! Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do about Shadow. I have a feeling they might shoehorn him in a little bit. Well, can I get, like, just a few more rings so I can just cheese this boss? Come on. Oh, my Roger impression is not great. If you want a Roger impression, just, yeah, go to Steve's stuff. He can do Roger so well that it, like, actually sounds like him. Yeah, I've never liked Roger Craig Smith. I think at one point I maybe, like, tolerated him a little bit. I remember when the cutscenes for Colors first got shown off, which is like, what, 8 years ago now? 7, 8 years ago? Holy crap. I'm 19 at the moment, so yeah, I was not very old at that point. I remember just writing, like, an all caps, like rage, hate comment, like, you know, this voice sucks! I mean, I still agree, but I wouldn't, you know, now I'd just be like, no, that sucks. You know, I wouldn't go and write something in all caps screaming at someone. Roger sounds good in Boom. I mean, he fits Boom, but I don't like Boom, so... like, what they're going for in Sonic Boom, yes, he fits that for sure. oh, pardon me, but what they're going for in Sonic Boom is not what I like at all about Sonic. And yes, Ian Flynn for the Sonic movie. Oh my god, yes, please. Ian Flynn. Like, I'm so excited for the IDW Sonic comics because I just want to see where they can take it. Starting all fresh and brand new, you know? I'm hoping it's not, like, filled with original character. Like, Tangle looks cool, that new character they've shown off, Tangle the Lemur. She looks cool, I like her. But, you know, I don't want it to become like the Archieverse too soon, where it's just like, so many characters, you know? The core Sonic cast has already got so much in it, so... And I'm wondering what Ian Flynn's gonna do in terms of, like, lore and stuff, because, like, the Archieverse had a great, like, he had, because, like, he's used all of his best ideas, I feel, you know, I'm not saying that as an insult, but let me finish, like, like, the Chaotix, like, Garden of Master Emerald, for Knuckles, and, you know, like, just all this, like, little stuff, and he's probably gonna want to keep doing that, because, like, well, I made all this great stuff, I want to keep using that, but then it's like, we're working in a different continuity now and for like a different publisher, so maybe he's like, oh, maybe I should not do that anymore, which sucks because it means like all those great ideas he had we may not see again. So I don't know. Strong character bonds, yes. I was going to talk about this. I don't know. I don't think he's here, or is watching or anything. He might have popped in earlier. I don't know. But you guys might know a guy on YouTube called King K, who I've watched his stuff for quite a while through last year, and then he found like my Sonic videos and he watches them and stuff, and I was like, oh, cool. And so I've been like watching his streams and some of his, I was watching his Mania playthrough he did and stuff, and he talked about how like, yeah, Sonic is a character I used to look up to, but I don't anymore, and I'm kind of like, yeah. He's right. Like, Sonic, like, used to kind of be, like, a bit of a role model, in a way. I don't mean that in, like, a little, like, oh, I look up to Sonic and look at him for guidance and stuff, but, oh, why did I do that? I just mean, like, part of the reason I love Sonic is I love what he stands for. I love the cheesy morals and stuff, because while they're cheesy, they are good lessons to live by. You know, like, that's what I love about the adventure games, actually. Their focus on narrative and character, while it did lead to a lot of, you know, weird narrative moments and stuff, it led to some really great, like, genuine, just character stuff with all of them, especially Sonic. Like, it doesn't matter, Sonic's theme for Adventure and Adventure 2, I prefer the Adventure 1 version, is like such a great, like, that is like such a great, like, statement of what Sonic is about. Standing up for what you believe in and doing what you think is right, and not like neglecting everyone else, but taking in, believing in yourself and, you know, taking all that to heart. And I really like that, you know, like, Sonic's a family, you know, cartoon thing. It should be about, like, not lessons and morals, but, like, he should be a character that you like, and that you know, he has... Oh, come on! That's what I was talking about in my video with the bloody rubber band on the spiked wall. He should be a character that kids can look up to and believe in, or not even just kids, but me, adults, you know, like, should be like, yeah, Sonic's cool, you know? He's not just a cartoon character, he's a cartoon character who's got something he believes in, and I like that. I like characters that actually mean something, you know? Can I take the... Hey, here we go. Never go this way. Yeah, that's what I love about the adventure games. I love the characterization of Sonic in those games, and it's part of the reason I hate the way Sonic is now. That includes the writing and the voice acting. I hate that Sonic's been pushed to sound like this, like, middle-aged, like... He sounds middle-aged, but he acts like a high school jock. Like, I hate that. That's not Sonic at all. That's both in the writing and the voice acting. It's not Roger Craig Smith's fault, that that's the direction they're taking it, and it's not his fault that they keep asking him to do that terrible voice. I have nothing against him, of course. I just hate his voice for Sonic. I don't like it at all. It's just terrible. It doesn't fit him whatsoever. I don't... Like, look at Sonic here. Look at him. Little cartoon character, you know. He's got a bit of an attitude. You know, but he's... You know, he has a bit of fun, he's happy. When you look at Sonic right here, do you hear, like... Oh, yeah! I'm Sonic! Like, that was an... Or, excuse that. That's a terrible Ryan Drummond impression. Or do you hear, like... Hey, everyone! It's me! I sound like I'm 40 years old! And, like... Oh, that was awful as well. I greatly apologize for that, by the way. Like, just... No, he's a kid. He's 15 years old. Why does he sound like he's balding? You know? Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat here. Yeah, Sonic's a cool... Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. Someone you just want to hang out with. Yeah. Like, I don't mean that in like, yes, I always wanted Sonic to be my friend, Sonic Force's OC character. But just like, yeah, as a character, it's like, yeah, Sonic's a cool guy. He's not an asshole. That's the thing, like, he has an attitude, but he's not a fucking asshole. That's my problem with like, a lot of the current stuff, is Sonic is just a prick, and I hate him. Like, I hate him in colors and generations and forces and stuff. He's just a fucking prick. Whereas in Adventure, it's like, no, Sonic's cool. Like, the whole... You barely hear any of the dialogue, but in the final fight, with the Biolizard, or Final Hazard in Adventure 2, with Sonic and Shadow, Sonic and Shadow have, like, genuinely, like, friendly, like, cool dialogue with each other. It's great. Like, Shadow, are you alright? Like, I'll help you out, man. Like, we can do this. And Shadow, like, don't worry, Sonic. Oh. And they have like a bond that, like, continues through that fight. And even though you barely get to hear it, which is part of the problem with Adventure 2, like, that makes Shadow's sacrifice actually mean something. And Shadow as a character in Adventure 2 is, like, actually good. I like him in that game when he realizes what he's done and turns. You know, like, and Shadow's not a fucking prick either. Whereas in, like, Shadow the Hedgehog and... Game freeze for a second there. Had a few of those today. Yeah, like, the characters should be likable. Tails should not be cowering behind a bloody wall because Chaos Zero is there. Knuckles should not be like, I'm Knuckles, I'm a fucking idiot, like, that's one thing I did sort of like about Forces when they were like, hey, let's make Knuckles the leader of the Resistance. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think they did it well, but like the idea, I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of neat. Knuckles would probably try and be like, alright guys, look, I'm gonna try and show some responsibility. Flanderization, yes, exactly. Again, Ian Flynn. Ian Flynn gets it. Ian Flynn knows how to write Sonic. He genuinely gets the ethics behind the character, as cringy as that kind of sounds, you know? He gets Shadow as well. Like, Shadow is, like, kind of, you know, edgy and stuff like that in the comics, but he's also, like, Shadow actually cares about people. Sonic cares about people in the comics. In, like, Generations and shit. I don't feel like he cares about anyone. Like, he's just an asshole. Unleashed. I'm not a fan of Jason Griffith, but Unleashed and Black Knight, I feel they got Sonic pretty good. And Jason Griffith's delivery is the best he's ever done. I still don't like him, really, that much as Sonic, but his delivery was, like, pretty great. He got Sonic in those games, for the most part. Yes, he sounds like Barney the Dinosaur, but, like, Sonic actually cares about people and his friends, and, like, just wants to help. You know? Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy the IDW comics when they come out. I might actually try and get them, because with the Archie books, I just got them in the trades. So I got them, you know, when they got released in, like, 4 issues in one. I'll probably still do that with IDW, but I'm definitely going to at least grab, like, the first issue or 2. I might actually pick them up every month when they come out. Because I didn't do that with Archie, but because they're starting brand new and I can actually start from the beginning, I might do that. I might just do that. I like that boss. That's a fun boss. Yeah, just like, like, I know it's like, haha, Sonic's shitty friends, like, that's the joke, but if you actually bother to put the effort in, these characters do have a bit of depth to them. Like, not depth, I don't want to say depth, I don't want to act like they're any greater than they are, but like, if you actually try, you can make a genuinely, like, emotionally satisfying arc and just story with all of these characters. Yeah, exactly. You don't. Yeah, exactly. You don't feel like the things Sonic does hold any weight anymore. That's it. That's part of my problem with Mania. Not in the same way, but like a similar thing. That's my problem with like the narrative in Mania and how there's like nothing. Is there's no weight to the story and like the levels and everything. Like you don't feel anything because you don't know what's happening. You're just being teleported to all these different levels, and it doesn't like you don't feel any of that. Whereas Sonic 3, it's like the Death Egg, holy shit, we gotta stop it, and like you really feel that. But in Mania, it's kind of like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going all the levels, and you know, like that's fine. But like, again, like look at I was talking about Shovel Knight earlier. Like the ending of Shovel of Hope, like it's kind of sweet. Like I'm not gonna spoil it, but like it's like oh, like that's cute. Like you feel. For these little 8-bit characters that just have little lines of dialogue. You actually feel for them through the game, because they build to that. The ending of Plague Knight's campaign made me cry. You know, like, oh, so good. But you can still play that, just going through level to level and not caring, you know? But that little bit of extra effort goes such a long way in making that, like, stick in your mind more. You know? I feel that's really important, and I want the Sonic movie to try to actually make you care about the characters, and to feel like Sonic is actually fighting for something. Got mad at Sonic because he resents his free nature. That's interesting. That's interesting. You can make a story out of that. That's the thing. Like that's what I hate about how like Knuckles is dumb. Like I hate that thing now that's been going on in the Sonic games for ages. Knuckles isn't an idiot. He's naive, or he was naive. You know? Like, he's been living alone his whole life. Just doing this one thing. Guarding this big rock. You know? So he doesn't know what the outside world is kind of like. But when he gets the chance to actually bond with people, he does. He cares about Sonic and Tails and everyone. Like, they're his friends. There's a bit of rivalry with Sonic and Knuckles, but like, yeah. The way he reacts to things about Infinite's gonna destroy the world. Yeah, exactly. I hate that about Forces. I can't stand the characterization of Sonic in Forces, or any of the characters really. I don't mind Eggman too much in Forces. That's my thing as well. Like, comedy Eggman can work. I like some of the jokes and colors. Some of them. Like, some of the PA announcements are pretty good. I like some of that. But it's just like... I hate when they just play Eggman as a joke all the time. You know? I like when Eggman is a mix. When he's like... goofy, like they make Eggman funny in this game with no doubt. Like Eggman's like charming in this game, like some of the shit he does. Like getting in a little scuba suit and dropping bombs. Like, oh, that's, you know, that's funny. But they also need to make him menacing. I feel this game doesn't do a great job making Eggman menacing because I have no idea what his plan is. As I said in the video, like I have no idea what Eggman's goal is in this game. Like, he wants the Phantom Ruby, okay, but like, why? I don't know. And I like that in Forces they tried to make him a bit more menacing. Eggman doesn't really have jokes in Forces. I don't mind if Eggman has jokes and is funny. It's just when that's all he is, it's like, no, he's the main villain. He should be a menace. We should be, like, at least a little bit afraid of him. And again, the adventure games did that great. Like, again, the... You fool! Away! before I make mincemeat out of you. You know, Dean Bristow's amazing delivery in Tails campaign, Adventure 1. Again, I apologize for my cringy, epic voice impression. That stuff is great. Like, Eggman is kind of goofy in the adventure game still, but like that part in SA2 where he like scratches his ass and stuff, like that's great. He's funny. Game froze again for some reason, but he's still menacing. Like you get like, okay, he's serious. He's gonna actually do something here. Not, and that's the thing. I don't want Sonic games to be like taken seriously in the sense of like they have heavy dramatic, you know, waiting, you know, and like I don't know. Like I don't want. It's hard. I don't want a Sonic story to be quote unquote like taken seriously, in the sense of it being up there with bloody like Metal Gear Solid and stuff, you know. But even then, they'd probably take themselves too seriously, those games. But I want the context that the game is going for to like to feel like it has a bit of weight internally. Like you're not like gonna cry or something necessarily in a Sonic game, and you're not gonna be genuinely terrified of the villain or something, but like within its cartoony context they should make you care, you know? I guess maybe a good... They need to have heart, yes, that's it. They need to have heart. That's exactly what I mean. You should care. You should care at least like a little bit. The closest sort of example I can think of at the moment, I mean the Shovel Knight one's good. Like Shovel Knight affected me in like an emotional way, without it being like a super serious, dramatic story. I don't know if you guys have watched Gravity Falls, the Disney cartoon Gravity Falls. It's one of my favorite shows ever. I love that show. It's funny, it's goofy, it's dumb, but it has incredibly likable characters, and that show has a lot of heart. The final episode of that show made me cry like 3 times when I first watched it. I still cry when I watch it now. It's not the best example, because I'd say Gravity Falls is trying to be taken a little bit seriously, because the subject matter can be quite dark. But it's also a cartoon, and it's like, look, even if you can't take this subject matter too seriously, we at least want you to bond with the characters and invest with them and feel something when stuff happens to them. And that's what I want out of a Sonic game. Or a Sonic story, really. Maybe not as emotional as Gravity Falls. It doesn't have to be that. Like, again, I don't need to cry in a Sonic game necessarily. But I should care. I want to feel the tension. I want to feel there's some stakes. Marvel... it's tricky with Marvel stuff because I'm not a really big... I mean, obviously I haven't seen all of their movies. But I'm just getting kind of like sick of superhero movies. I'm just like, you know, like... they're just bland to me now. But, yes, I see what you mean. That approach would fit a bit better. I'm a quick snack. I love this level. It's too short though. I just had a mini lemon cheesecake, for those wondering. I love lemon. Part of the reason Jamie's the real TelekinesticMan is because big lemon fans. She likes Gravity Falls and stuff as well. So. She hasn't watched the final episode though, because she was too scared to. She was worried she was gonna cry too much, so she hasn't watched it yet. But yeah, this has been a good talk about like Sonic tone and stuff, because I'm glad you guys seem to know what you're talking about a bit, and I'm like, no, I want Sonic to have a gun, and I want Sonic to say, I fuck bitches, because There are people out there that want that. For some reason they want Sonic to be dark and edgy, and they're stupid. That's the thing, I am not asking for dark, edgy Sonic at all. I just want... Yeah, I want Sonic to have a bit of heart. I completely agree with that. And I feel like the classic games kinda did. I love the ending of Sonic 2, the bad ending, specifically. I think the bad ending's way better than the good ending. I didn't see the sprite of the plane you were talking about. I'm sorry, I didn't actually catch that, I was eating. It must have been funny, I didn't see it. I'll have to look back on it later. Oh, that's great, that sprite of him on the stools. Hey, this type of Sonic as a character who needs layers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sonic shouldn't just be blank slate boring. Like his whole... Oh, and look, I'm at the end of the level already. Oh, and I was like trying to explore and... I love that stage, but just... it's too short. Yeah, Sonic shouldn't be just blank slate, you know, like boring. That's what I'm sort of worried about with the Mario movie. Is like Mario is quite a... I love Mario. But as a character, there's not a lot there. He's just kind of like, oh yeah, good, you know, good guy Mario. What a lad. Love me, Mario. Love a bit of Mario. But Sonic's whole thing since the beginning has been he's a character. He's a character with a personality. That's always been Sonic's thing. He's got an attitude. He's got friends, you know, he fights for the freedom against the oppression of Eggman, you know, like... I mean, that's what it is. He's a freedom fighter against... He's fighting against, like, a tyrannical... oppression. Obviously, the games don't need the stories don't need to, you know, literally go into it that, with that level of detail. But that's what it's about. And that is a great framework. Exactly, Sonic is the antithesis of Mario, exactly. Which is a point I made in my, I think my Month of Mania video. I was talking about, like... I was talking about how, a lot of people are like, oh, classic Sonic games suck, or like, I just get hit all the time, and I don't know what you can't go fast in them. I'm like, guys, Sonic isn't Mario. Like, if everyone I've seen who complains about that stuff tries to play Sonic like Mario. I'm like, guys, do you not know what Sonic is? Like, you know, he's a different kind of platformer. Some people say Sonic isn't a platformer. They're wrong. Sonic has always been about platforming, or he should be about platforming, which is what I don't like about horses and crap. Yeah, seriously, all you guys, you guys know what you're talking about. You got some good ideas, better ideas than Sonic Team seen. I'm sure someone at Sonic Team, maybe even Azuka, I'm sure they like have good ideas and they have a good like mindset. It's just something keeps screwing them up. I don't know who to blame. They need to stop rushing the games, for one thing, as well. That's what I said in the 3D Sonic video. They need to quit rushing games all the time, because every Sonic game has been rushed, pretty much. I can't think of a single Sonic game that hasn't been rushed to some extent. Sonic 2... Oh, well, Sonic 1 was sort of rushed to kind of come out as soon as possible for the Mega Drive and to compete with Mario. Sonic 2... was rushed because Sega was like, oh yeah, we need a new Sonic game now, guys. So they just made one. Sonic CD was supposed to have like more content and stuff than it did, but again, got kind of rushed out for the Sega CD. Sonic 3 and Knuckles had to be split apart because they couldn't get it done and they needed something else. So they sort of like, oh, we got Sonic 3 out and Sonic and Knuckles out in a few more months. Adventure, god, I mean, if the adventure games, you don't really need me to tell you that they were rushed. Same with Heroes, Shadow, 06, of course, you know. Every Sonic game has been rushed. Maybe they're just trying to be like Sonic, you know? Trying to go fast. Haha. This boss is lame. Will I even see his attack? Will I even see his attack? Oh, I will. The execution, one of the problems, like forces you to set up a great first act, you get Sonic away for a while, good time to develop with other characters, and wait, Sonic's back already. Yeah, exactly. Forces, like, had a sort of good premise, sort of, I thought the game was a joke when they announced it. Like when I saw the Eggman robots everywhere, I was like, oh lord, no. Is this Sonic Chronicles 2? Is this Sonic 06? Is this Shadow the Hedgehog? Like, what's going on? I legitimately thought the game was a joke when they first announced it. And that's right here on this channel, if you want to have a look. Obviously do that later, after the stream. Don't leave me. Yeah, just... They've had some good ideas here and there. The problem, I think the big problem with responding to criticism, like Sonic Team-wise, is that when a game comes out and it's bad, or like it's critically not as, you know, good as they wanted, something like Unleashed, for example, they seem to be like, alright, well that means people don't want anything from that game. Like, they want nothing. They don't want anything to do with that game. But it's like, no! It's like how they think no one wants multiple characters. Like, you crazy? Everyone wants Tails and Knuckles back, and Amy and Shadow and stuff. Like, everyone wants to play as those guys again. Shaymay, yes, Shaymay stuff's great. But yeah, people want to play, like, that's part of why I love when they announced, when they said, like, 3 pilled characters for Mania, I was like, yes! Like, oh, so happy. I would have actually liked if they had more. I would have liked if they added Classic Amy. That would have been cool. Or like Metal Sonic. Ooh, you know, give Metal Sonic his own campaign. Hell yeah, that would be fun. Just like, yeah, like Unleashed, for example, did not do that great critically. But there's a lot of things in Unleashed I want them to do more. I want that tone kind of back. I want that art direction. Maybe not for the worlds, like I don't need Sonic to be like realistic sort of environments. It was fine for that one game, but I like the cartoony stuff. But like the human design, if they're gonna have humans back, definitely go for the Unleashed style. Just art direction in general, Unleashed style, like global illumination stuff, beautiful. Bring that back, bring back that musical style. I'm so disappointed in Tomio Otani's score for Forces. The score for Forces, I don't know if you guys agree with this, I think it's abysmal. I think it's one of the worst Sonic soundtracks I've ever heard. It's terrible. It's just this awful synth, like, trying to be, like, dubsteppy soundy stuff. It's just like, good lord, no. Like, who wants to hear that in a Sonic game? Because when they said Tomio Otani doing the music for Forces, I was like, holy shit, fuck yeah, give me that. Like, I want to hear... He's my favorite Sonic composer, I'd say. Unleashed is an incredible soundtrack. I think he did a lot of stuff for Colors, love Colors music. He did Lost World, love a lot of Lost World's music. He's great. And Runners, Sonic Runners, the bloody mobile game, has amazing music. But Forces, he just... Like, what happened? Like, there's no instruments, it's just synth. Like, where's my violins, Otani? Where's my, like... Where's my piano? Saxophone? Like... Now, Mania, though. Oh, T-Lopes, my man. You did a good job. I don't get it. I feel it was Sega's fault. I feel they were like, "Oi, Otani, can you make a shit dubstep soundtrack?" I was like, oh, I mean, okay. Lacking individuality? Yeah. Jun Sonoi's great. Jun Sonoi's great. I love Adventure 1's soundtrack. Adventure 1 is up there. It's Sonic Mania, Unleashed, and Adventure 1 for me. My favorite Sonic scores. How did I die there? That's my first death. You hate the classic tunes? You crazy? I prefer when they're remixed. Like the original instruments, you know. Like they're good, but they, you know, I prefer to hear them remixed. How can you hate the classic tunes? The classics for a reason, man. I mean, that's fine, you know, but... Oh, no, for me, it's like, yeah, Adventure 1, Unleashed, Mania. One of my all-time favorite Sonic tracks is just, like, the Spagonia Hobworld theme, Daytime, from Unleashed. If you guys haven't heard that, like, oh my... Oh, the classic tunes in Forces, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, they're terrible. Okay, right. If you're talking about Forces, yeah, I agree. I agree completely. I think Forces soundtrack in general is terrible, but yes, the classic stuff is easily the worst. Oh. Crap, I'm on my rings now. No, I don't know what they were thinking with Force's classic soundtrack. I love the Knuckles raps, ironically. Although, I say that, I do like the, I do like the instrumentation on them. I love the jazz kind of feel to some of them. Like, Death Chamber has a beautiful saxophone. Wild Canyon, Kick the Rock, has a bit of sax in it too. For those, like, as I said, like I mentioned in my video, I love the Metallic Madness Act 2 remix in this game. That's literally just because I love jazz. Jazz music's my favorite. I love, oh, pardon me, saxophones and pianos. Oh, pardon me, violin. Violin isn't really jazz, but I love violin. So anything with that music is like automatically I'm in, you know? Which is why I love Adventure 1's soundtrack, because there's a lot of jazz and variety in that. But I love Unleashed so much. Unleashed is probably my favorite Sonic OST. Because Unleashed is just jazz, like, everywhere. It's so beautiful. And a lot of orchestral stuff too. I love orchestra. Like as I said, I'm like Jurassic Park is my, you know, favorite movie ever. I love The Lost World as well. I love Back to the Future and things and all that. I'm a big fan of John Williams, so I love all that John Williams score. I love Alan Silvestri's score for Back to the Future and all that stuff, and just, yeah, I'm a big fan of orchestra and jazz, orchestral scores and jazz. So whenever Sonic games do that, I'm like, So for me, as much as I love Mania's soundtrack, it's not my favorite soundtrack from 2017 with games. My favorite soundtrack 2017 is Cuphead. I listen to the Cuphead soundtrack like almost every time I leave the house to listen to music on my phone. I'm always listening to the Cuphead soundtrack. It's brilliant. Sorry, I should probably be checking some of these questions in the chat. Hold on. Favorite Sonic tie game, Metallic Madness Act 2. Yep, very good. I wouldn't say it's my all-time favorite, but it's very good. Would I like an old or new villain for the Sonic movie? I'd prefer an old villain. Again, I think just Eggman Metal Sonic is fine. Forza soundtrack SA2 style, each character had their own style. I don't mind that, that's fine too. I just don't think Forza did it very well. Jun Sonoi's guitar is good, like I love that stuff too. It's on like a scale for me. So Heroes soundtrack I think is great. Adventure 2, a lot of it is great. I'm not a fan of all of it though. Not a fan of all of it. Hey Transpiros, how you doing? Yeah, so like it's tricky with the Jun Sonoi stuff, because, yeah, I'm mixed on some of it, you know? Yeah, exactly. I feel just a Sonic Tails Knuckles, Amy story. You don't need Amy, I suppose, but I would like Amy, classic Amy there. Or maybe not classic, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a classic or modern movie. No one knows anything about this movie. Yeah, I feel, yeah, just a simple cast, Eggman, Metal Sonic as the villains. You know, something like that. Basically just the OVA, but better. Cut out all the stuff with the president and his daughter and Metal Sonic looking up a dress, you know? We don't need that. Don't need that. I feel that could be alright. Or they could do something, I don't know, they could surprise me. I just feel, for, you know, Sonic's cinematic debut, as they say, I feel they probably want to start somewhere a bit simple. Yeah, see, Jazzy Man's saying here, like, I think they could adapt Sonic Adventure. And that could work, but just from, like, a first movie kind of thing, I don't know. I feel like they might want to make something a bit simpler for the first, like, kind of like Force Awakens, I guess. Like, they want to make something a bit easier to get on the first, actually, I want to go down real quick. I want to make something a little bit easier to understand for the first first movie. Sonic and friends need to feel like a team. Yes, yes. Exactly. Exactly. And you can do that without, like, the real superpower of teamwork. Like, you don't need that to communicate that idea. That's not necessary. You can do it cheesy, but not that cheesy, you know? I did not know this pathway was here, by the way, until the other day. I was watching King K's playthrough, so I'm deciding to go this way to see what there is. Ow! Lava Reef's got very nice music. Act 2 remix with the guitar, very nice. I would love if in Mania 2 we might see Telopes like get to actually hire like real bands and instruments and stuff to play the music. That would be incredible. I know his sort of whole thing is like he does it in like Fruity Loops or I don't know what software he uses, but like, you know, digital music making software and stuff. But like I would love to see his themes done with full live instruments as well. Okay, there is a Hilltop Zone. Hello. I see. I never knew this was here. I never knew this was here until like a few days ago. This is great. Game's great. This game's just great. Hey. Oh! Oh, okay, I'm safe. I'm curious with you guys, actually. You guys in the chat at the moment, because I have a lot of video ideas I've had for years I wanted to do. Now that I'm getting a bit more serious with like my production value and stuff. Sonic levels need to have atmosphere. Yes, yes. They need to feel like a cohesive world. That's my problem with this game. Not with the levels on their own, but with like the grand scheme. Like you don't feel like any of these levels are connected because you just warp around to them. Sonic 3, you feel like every level is part of a place, you know? Yeah, I'm curious with you guys. I mean, I assume a lot of you are obviously here for, you know, Sonic stuff, I get that. But I have a lot of ideas for videos that aren't Sonic. I just kind of have a feeling no one will watch them. Which, I mean, I know to an extent is correct, because I've done videos just last year in a similar style to, like, my Sonic ones, but no one watches them. I did, like, a PUBG video, and no one watched it. Got, like, 100 views. But then, like, my Sonic videos will get tens of thousands. So I'm wondering, I want to do stuff like about Jurassic Park. I want to do stuff about more like Nintendo games, like Metroid and Mario and things. It's just then I have to worry about monetization, and you know, getting flagged by Nintendo, and stuff. Like I'd love to, yeah, do videos about all that. I want to do stuff about Jurassic Park and Fallen Kingdom coming out and Jurassic World Evolution, and I've wanted to do a video about obviously the first Jurassic Park for a long time because I love it, but I've also wanted to do something about the Lost World for a very long time because a lot of people hate the Lost World, and I'm like, are you kidding me? The Lost World's great. You love Metroid, that's good. That is good. Metroid is great. That's the thing though, is that then it's not only people are going to watch it and it's like, oh, am I actually going to be able to like make any money off this? Because I don't make videos to like just to make money, but at the same time, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys understand, but like I don't have a job at the moment. I'm doing uni. I need like money whenever I can, you know. I'm paying for expenses all the time just to get to uni and to get places, and I don't have a job at the moment and all that, and it's like if I'm gonna be spending 2 weeks straight working on a Sonic Mania critique, you know, I put my all onto that video. I spent like 13 hours straight like working on that video the last day before I uploaded it. Yeah, like I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm selling out. Like it's just if I'm gonna be making these massive videos, you know, I put a lot of time into them. a lot of thought into them, and just, yeah, that's the problem with Nintendo. I love them, but like, how am I supposed to like make stuff about their games when I can't get anything back for it, you know? But I'd love to do more stuff about Metroid. I love Metroid. That's my worry. That's my worry with Jurassic Park as well. If I do something about the movies, I'm worried that just showing the footage and the music and all that will get me in, you know, not get me in trouble, but like I just won't be able to make any money. Because I know everything I've done before involving JP has not been monetized. So yeah. It wouldn't be as big a problem if I had a job, but I do not. And I don't get paid enough off YouTube, even for my Sonic videos, which are always monetized because Sega's really nice with all that stuff. I don't make anywhere near enough to get, you know, like to make a living out of it, god no. I get paid, like, if I'm lucky, once a year, or twice a year from YouTube. I got paid twice a year last year because of the Month of Mania video doing really well, and then the 3D Sonic video doing really well. I'm hoping the Mania critique, you know, to start getting a bit better at some point. I'm hoping, because I put my all on that video. Even it's not perfect, but like, it's the biggest video I've ever made. And what do I think about Patreon? I love Patreon. I think it's great. I don't have one myself. I mean, I have an account. Because I support my friend Steve, Blue Productions on Patreon. There's a bunch of other people I want to pledge to, but I don't have a job, I don't have the money, I can't afford it. If I had a job, I probably would pledge to a few more people. I've thought about it, like, oh yeah, maybe I should do a Patreon, but I'm like, wait a minute, I don't make anything. Like, I don't make videos regularly enough to justify a Patreon at all. I can't, like, guarantee any kind of like not back rewards, like rewards for people, because I don't have anything to give. I don't make stuff often enough. I'm lucky at the moment because I'm on holidays. I've been on holidays since like November, which is why you saw the 3D Sonic video and the Mania one, because I had all this free time. But I'm going back to uni in a couple weeks now, so when uni comes back, it's, you know, then it starts getting a bit tricky for me to make videos. The Month of Mania video, I was lucky, that was like at the start of my second semester, so I had a lot of, I didn't have as much like assessment or anything then. Do you feel like Sonic's adventures are getting too epic and aren't making enough for cohesive stories? I feel like they're surface level epic, but they're not actually like remotely, you know, adventurous or like dramatic or serious at all. Large in scale. I don't think they need to be large in scale. Unleashed did it pretty well. Like, Unleashed felt like you look at Forces, right? Forces is supposed to be Eggman's taken over the world. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? You know, I hate this level. I don't hate it, sorry, that was a joke. I'm not a big fan of this level, as I said in the video. I love the music. Not a fan of the level design. Visual design's not crazy either. Stardust Speedway looks amazing, but Metallic Madness is kind of bland. But yeah, you look at Forces, and it's like, oh no, Eggman's taking over the world. Oh my god, guys, what are we gonna do? And it's just, you don't feel it at all. Like, it's just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. Because there's no impact. It doesn't mean anything. And when the game ends, it's just like, oh yeah, we did it. We saved the world. It's like, what? You did? Okay, sure. So it's hard. It's yeah. You look at Unleashed, and Unleashed actually feels like it means something. Unleashed actually feels like there's something going on, and there's stakes. Yeah, Unleashed had a great story. Yeah, Unleashed is good. I just want Sonic games with new aesthetics, new music. I don't need new characters. Just, you know, just fun, like, and make me care. Make me actually care. Remind me why I'm part of this bloody fanbase. Remind me why I love these characters, because they're not doing a good job at the moment, Sega. I mean, I love classic Sonic, but I love classic Sonic because he can't he can't annoy me because he doesn't bloody speak. That's not me saying I don't want Sonic to speak. I love Ryan Drummond. I'm just saying that Classic Sonic does not have the opportunity to annoy me because he's you know, he can't really do anything bad. Yeah, there's nothing, yeah, they don't have their characters right. I don't know if you saw the video I did on 3D Sonic where I went over, like, I think towards the end of the video I sort of went over, like, what I feel about the characters and how they should be, and how that's not how they are now. Yeah, the characters are all over the place right now. I still don't the current writers, didn't they just look up Sonic on Wikipedia to figure out how to write him? Instead of actually, like, playing the games or anything? Yeah, Eggman's a pretty good villain in the adventure games. Well, I'm glad there's actually a conversation going on, because that was what I was hoping. I thought I'd stream and just no one would be watching, and it would just be me talking to myself. But we've actually got people in here talking, and it's great. It's great. I'm surprised no one's, like, asked, because I was wondering, like, oh, do people want to ask, like, what did you mean about this, like, in the Mania video or something, but no one seems to. Maybe I don't know, maybe I explained everything well, or maybe everyone just agrees, because I know some people are like, oh, I don't necessarily agree with that, and, you know. So I was thinking, like, oh, well, if anyone wants to ask anything, then go ahead, but I don't care, really, as long as we're chatting about something. Alright. If anyone doesn't know, the fourth pillar is always... Okay, so he's gonna be over here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's over here again. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mania's great. You can't say that. Mania's great. But it has its problems, and that's why I did that massive video. It is hot! Oh, it was like cool earlier. When this stream's over, I'm turning my fan on like full blast. Opening my window. This is a great remix. Antelope's best. Bum 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 bum. Go this way. Oh, sorry, menu sprites from Mini Sonic. That's cool. Well, I have a question for you guys. Is there any video, like, suggestions that you have? Like, is there anything you're like, oh, I'd like to see what Caelum, like, thinks about this, or like what he say about this, or like this game, or this movie, or something. I'm interested, because I don't really have... I've never really considered myself to have like any kind of fan base, because no one watches my stuff normally. People only ever really watch... Oh, it's Ben. People only ever really watch my stuff, like, when it gets plugged by other people. Changed a little bit in the past few months, but I'm genuinely curious, like, is there anything in particular that you guys want to see in future? Because I will take that feedback on board. Talk about Mario Odyssey. Oh my god, I would love to. Problem is, I cannot record footage for it. I do. Oh, I technically could. It'd be a bloody nightmare though. And even then, Nintendo's bloody like stupid with. That's the. Oh, see, I'd love to do Nintendo stuff, but like I just have to. Oh. No music. Nice. I feel like you're not worthy to suggest much, you just found it from the critique video. That's fair, that's fair. That's fair. Well, because I'd like to be able to just talk about, like, whatever I want, as well. But I just have a feeling that, like, a lot of people are here just mainly for Sonic stuff, and then if I don't do Sonic, people just won't care, or won't watch. Oh, this is like the best song in the game. Not really, it's one of the best. We can't. Okay, here we go. No! Take it back. Alright, this might fix it. Would you look at movies? Yeah, I want to. I'd like to do, Okay, here we now got the music back. I'd like to do, like, whenever I just see a movie, I would like to do, like, a little video on it. I might try and do that from now on, I don't know. The only problem is I can't always do stuff like that, like straight away. Because, I'm 19, I'm going to uni, I still live with my parents at the moment. So, like, I can't always just record stuff. Like, I only ever do it when no one's home. Because then there's no background noise, I don't have to worry about anything. Oh, Tails. Hate these. This is part of where I hate this level. Don't hate it. Not bad. Yeah, so, like, I've thought, like, oh, I'd like to do, like, just little videos on movies and stuff. So yeah, then that is something I've wanted to do for ages. I have sort of done it in the past a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Like, I'll probably do... Yes, I am Australian. Yes, you're correct. I would love to do stuff about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom when that comes out, because I know I'll have very strong opinions on that. Not sure what to think of that last trailer too much. I think it's looking better, but I'm still worried. Still worried about that movie. Jurassic World, like, heavily disappointed me. I don't think it's bad. I enjoy it, but it disappointed me a lot. It was not as good as it could have been at all. Alright, Ben, I'll look at anime. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, no, I'll probably try and do some more movie stuff. The problem then as well is still, like, content ID. Not even just monetization, but also if companies want to just take the videos down, because some of them will. Some of them will just be dicks and just be like, no! Take the whole bloody video down! Yeah, I'll see. Well, speaking of movies, I can have a little chat about movies right now. We just saw... Me and my friends, that's including Custard Pirates in the chat right now, we just saw 3 Billboards outside Ebbing yesterday. That's an amazing movie. I put a thing on Twitter and in my Discord yesterday saying, like, you guys need to see this movie. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. In terms of other movies from just last year, I'd recommend Baby Driver is amazing. Blade Runner 2049, great. What else did I see that was really good last year? I'm drawing a bit of a blank at the moment. Kong Skull Island was great, for how dumb it was. It was funny in, like, a funny bad way. Updating the dinosaur designs in Jurassic World didn't really bother me. For me, when people complain about dinosaur designs in Jurassic Park, this zone is my least favorite new zone. It's not my least favorite in the whole game, it's my least favorite new zone. Metallic Man is my least favorite zone. Yeah, I don't care about dinosaur designs not being, like, up-to-date, quote-unquote, in Jurassic World. Because when people complain about dinosaurs in these movies, they're literally only complaining about raptors. Like, that's it. Because the T-Rex, people will complain about the T-Rex, but you can't. Because there's still no proof the T-Rex had feathers. So, you can't... You can complain raptors not having feathers, like, okay, that's fair, because it's proven, yes, they had feathers. That's fair. You can't complain about the T-Rex, because at the moment, there's still not really anything wrong with it. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. There is also justification in the movie. I mean, Jurassic Park's lucky in that they have the justification and, like, well, if the dinosaurs don't look right, that's because they're, you know, they're mutated a little bit. You know, not our fault, that's just how it happened. Like, they always have that excuse. So they're lucky in that regard. Obviously the Dilophosaur's, like, completely wrong, but they're not even, like, trying with that one. So, and the Dilophosaur hasn't been in any movies since the first one, so... There was a brief cameo in World, but it was a hologram. Yeah, all the other dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park movies are, like, they're pretty spot on, you know? Like, I've never understood, like, the all-out, like, complaints people have. Like, I've never understood the, like, oh, that's so inaccurate, and I'm like, really? Really? There's only like a couple that are that far off. Am I interested in making films? Yes and no. I studied film, I did film in high school, and it was my favorite subject. I loved it. I love film. I love learning about it. I love talking about it. I love just watching movies and analyzing them and stuff. I watch a lot of, what got me into this kind of like critique analysis stuff was a lot of like film video essays, and then like similar ones about video games. Yeah, I love film. In terms of making my own movies, I feel like being a director would be really cool, but I kind of don't want to do that because I don't really know if I have a vision for anything. I'd probably rather, I'd love to be like a special effects animator or something, or like an animator at just an animation studio making movies, because I'm studying animation at university at the moment. I still have 2 years, I'm 1 year in, and I still have 2 years left. And so I'm hoping that can teach me some stuff. I've already learned a bit of like motion graphics things, which has sort of helped with my videos. All of my editing I've learnt through film, through learning film at in high school, and then a bit of motion graphics animation at uni. Yeah, I love films. I would love if just one day I was like an animator at like ILM or something, or Pixar, I don't know. I don't expect that to happen at all, ever. I'd love to work for games too, like either or. I might try and study game design next year as a second major or minor or something, but we'll see. At the moment I'm I'm going to be minoring in graphic design this year. So learning just a bit more about images and like Photoshop stuff and things, which would be good. I want to learn more about that, so make better thumbnails and stuff. Yeah, if you haven't watched Jurassic Park, you're crazy! It's the best movie ever made! And The Lost World is very good as well. Avoid Jurassic Park 3, because that sucks. Jurassic World's okay. And Fallen Kingdom, I'm hoping, is better than Jurassic World. Press Garden Act 1's good, but it's not great. I'd love to make games. I'd love if like me and all my friends from uni who are like studying animation just like made a game studio or something like after we graduate and just made our own games. That'd be great. That'd be so cool. But I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting anything out of that because I have no idea where my bloody degree is gonna take me. Even if it just means I'm better at YouTube stuff, like I can do better animation things on YouTube and things, like that'd be cool, you know? And then I can make YouTube an actual career? Holy crap, that'd be fun. That'd be great! I could do this stuff all the time! And I'd have like hundreds of people working it. Maybe not, but that'd be cool though. Next one. No, you're gonna knock back me and I'm gonna... There we go. Alright, I want to do my pro strat. Nope. Nope. Down. Here. Ah. See, I don't really know if I have a vision for anything like original. Some of my old short films are on this channel, like ones I made in high school. Those I wouldn't really call like having a vision because a lot of them are just sort of like based off. They're just sort of based off like other concepts. A lot of them are quite like, you know, JP related, Jurassic Park related. I have a documentary I made that I got like an A+ on with Steve in it. That's pretty cool. That got shown in a cinema, sort of like in a big theatre at a university on our film gala night, and everyone really liked it, so that was cool. It was weird seeing my like short films like up on a big screen. It was cool. And then people can't be like, oh, it was really good, and I was like, oh, thank you. So what's this? In the Sonic movie, would you like to have take place in the Sonic timeline, or would you act as if this was an adventure Sonic and friends on a random day? Do you mean, do I want the Sonic movie to be canon to the games? Is that what you mean? Because in that, like, in that circumstance, I'm not sure. I'm not sure in general what I think about that, because I want a Metroid movie, like, so bad, right? But I'm kind of like, if they do a Metroid movie, they should probably just, like, retell the, like, the Baby Metroid saga, like Metroid 1, 2, Super Metroid, like, retell that kind of stuff, because it would work as a great movie story, and make it like a action thriller, you know, like, Metroid's quite based off Alien and everything, so you could make it like a little bit kind of weird and spooky, not scary, but, you know, a bit weird and like, ooh, what's going on? But then I'm like, well, I wouldn't want that to be canon because it's a movie, it's not fitting with the games. And then I'm like, would I want them to make a movie that's canon to the games? And I'm like, I don't know, I think I'd rather play that game if it was going to be canon. So, I don't know. I've thought about this with the Sonic movie, like, will it be canon? Do I want it to be canon? I honestly don't know. I don't know. I feel it could be its own thing. It could make... See, what'll probably happen, though, is if they do a Sonic movie, there'll probably be a game that ties in with it anyway. So, like... Ooh. So then it's like... Yeah, I don't know. It could work if it was canon. At the same time, I think it'd be fine if they had like a movie universe that was maybe like semi-canon. I don't know. Depends if they want to like retell stories or not. You know, if they want to adapt Three Knuckles Adventure or something. Oh, another thing. If you guys haven't seen the Back to the Future movies, those are right up there with Jurassic Park for me. I love Back to the Future, so you guys need to watch those as well. That's your homework for tonight. So weird, like I just realized I've been playing this game like on autopilot. Like I haven't even been like thinking while I'm playing it. That's a good point, yeah, the Sonic like timeline is like messed up so bad now because of Azuka. I've heard people joke like, why is the Sonic timeline more confusing than the Zelda timeline now? And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of where we're at now, isn't it? Also, elaborating again on my point about the heavies I made in my critique. Wouldn't it have been cool if, like, this section down here was themed after Heavy Gunner, because he's on the bottom left. Section up there was Heavy Shinobi, because he's on the top right. Down here is Heavy Rider, and up here is Heavy Magician. And you fight all of them at the end of little platforming sections, like, themed after them. And then when the portal opens up, all of these guys are cracked. The stained glass windows all smashed up, and it's just Heavy King, and you're like, ooh, looks like it's time to fight the last one. The big guy, the head honcho. Wouldn't that be so much better? Yeah, Sega's fucked it up, like, oh, there are two universes, or something like, what? Modern and classic are a different canon. What? Like, how does Adventure 1 exist? I don't believe it. Like, I don't think what they're saying, like, in my headcanon, it's like, no, it's all the bloody same universe, it's all the same timeline, it all takes place on the same planet. Like, they're just stupid, you know? Yeah, see, this should be like, ooh, all these guys are gone, and now it's time to fight Heavy King, the last one, the big guy, the one guy I haven't fought yet in the whole game, ooh. But it's like, no, you just don't do that. Alright, I won't go super for this, actually. I want to see, I want to see if I can destroy Eggman without needing super form, like I did in my critique. This final boss is okay. It's a bit... I like the kind of goofiness. It's not like menacing though. Well, they try to have all the bosses in this stage. Like, you're supposed to, oh, give my rings, give my rings, give my rings. Rings! Like these, yeah. You fight all the hard-boiled... Well, you're supposed to fight all the hard-boiled heavies through here, but you don't have to. You know, like it's supposed to be the final level. I'm not saying make them like full bosses, make them like these. Except you actually need to fight them. And have checkpoints for them too, of course. Ah! Okay, yeah, I'm not doing great at the moment. I normally do pretty good at this final boss, because I find it pretty easy now. Can I insta-shield? No, I'm not gonna try it. Alright, one arm down. Oh, gotta fight Shinobi! This is the one where I just sit in the corner. You don't have to do anything. You just sit here. Yep. And there we go. See, like, wouldn't it have been better if you actually fought them all? Oh, here we go. Ah! No! There we go. I just need that second arm off. That'll be even easier. Ow. There we go. Yes, classic Sonic had no reason to be in forces at all. Terrible idea. I don't know why they did. Well, I know why they did it, but. Hey, give me my ring! Thank you. Oh my god, am I gonna have to fight bloody Heavy Magician? I might have to. Oh no, maybe not. Oh! Oh my god, I'm actually. Oh, Heavy Magician actually screws me up. I never can follow the bloody. These cups. Oh, I'm gonna get thoroughly. Oh lord. Yeah. Okay. Again, don't need to fight them. Lame. Not the worst thing ever, but it's just like, come on. Alright, he's out of here. There we go. I think I've only ever had to fight Heavy Rider like one time. Very, very rare. Very rare. Alright, Egg Reverie. So, like, this final boss is just like, doesn't even make sense. Like, what's happening? Why were they supposed to be fighting the whole game? That was never established. You know, what's going on here? I love classic Sonic, I just hate when they shove him in games he doesn't belong. He does not belong in Forces, at all. He belongs in Mania. Because Mania is a good game. And it's a game made for classic Sonic, and they didn't just shove him in. Ugh, pardon me. Yeah, this boss doesn't change at all. It's just the same pattern. But it's not a difficult pattern. Like, I thought about this actually just the other day. I was playing Hollow Knight. I was stuck on this incredibly difficult boss. I noticed the boss's attack pattern wasn't like changing. Like, it wasn't getting new attacks as it went on. But the boss already had like 5 or 6 like really difficult attacks. Probably more than that actually. That I had to constantly deal with. That it sort of randomly switches between and all that, and like there's so much room for error in that fight that like just being able to survive against the same pattern for like 2 minutes is the challenge enough. Like, the boss pattern doesn't need to change, but in this pattern is just like, Eggman's not even attacking me, like, he's just wasting my time, you know? Which, I mean, it's Super Sonic boss, okay, but Doomsday Zone is a much better final boss. Doomsday Zone isn't also that great to begin with, though. Look at it, I just, like, stood on him and got him, you know? Like... Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, no, yeah, I mentioned that in the video as well. Once you sever the bottom legs off, yeah, it's like, you've pretty much won at that point. Unless you do what I did a few times and, like, get hit while you're hitting him, like, just from, not from the lasers, not from the electricity, sorry, but from, like, missing the jump on his, look at that, done, there we go. Game's beaten, guys! And again, if you thought Eggman's plan was to send Sonic to Forces, nope. That was the Phantom Ruby doing its own thing. I'm gonna have a Scotch finger because I am hungry. No problem, Chase. Thanks for coming along. It's been good. I was not expecting discussion like this. It was good. Well, I've beaten the game, so I'll probably wrap this up pretty soon anyway. This will go up on YouTube after as well, so you guys can watch it back. There's all ending animations. They're a shame because, like, they could have been so much better, but they clearly did not get Tyson Hess and his art team to do those. Christian Whitehead's down. Yeah, these guys. All these guys deserve just, you know, the highest of praise. Wheelx Ness, sorry to hear you just got here when we are beginning to wrap up. I apologize for that. But the stream will be up on YouTube soonish. What did I do? June soon? Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, stream shouldn't take too long to process. Brad, wait a minute. That is not the real Brad Flick, is it? That cannot be. Don't tell me this. Don't tell me you've been here the whole time. I will lose my mind. Is it actually him? No, you're kidding me. I refuse to believe it. I'm gonna need some evidence here, sir. I need some evidence. I'm gonna need you to call up Christian Whitehead and tell him to come to my house right now, because he's Aussie, I'm Aussie, so, you know, he must live pretty close. If you're the real Brad Flick, you know, you'd have your contacts, you just call him up and, you know, just get him over, you know? Wouldn't be a problem, would it? I'm obviously joking, but... Well, if this is the real Brad Flick, thank you very much for stopping by. I love this game. Sonic Mania is, like, incredible. That's why that's why I've been playing it. I've been picking apart, you know, little problems and stuff that I have, hence the massive video I did a few weeks ago, a week or two ago. But no, this game is, like, just the fact that it is not the fact that it's not what do you call it, the fact that it's in competition with Three Knuckles, you know, is saying something. It's not the real Brad Flick? What are people saying? Make up your mind, everyone. Oh, really? Thank you very much. Watch the video. I'm still... Oh, I'm confused now. I'm still not sure if I'm talking to the one and only or not. I follow you on Twitter, don't I? What? I thought I did. Well, I feel stupid. I thought I already followed you on Twitter. If this is the real Brad Flick, I'm following you now. But... okay, well, yeah. Well, if it is the one and only, thank you very much. That is an honor to have one of the actual developers in here. to see what I had to say. No, I completely love this game, and you know, faults and all, I love it. But yeah, but I'm not blinded to, you know, like things that I do have like slight issues with that I've mentioned and stuff. You know, if we do get that Mania sequel someday, entirely new zones, you know, all new levels. Like I know that's what Christian originally wanted. That would be amazing. Insta shield on all the time. I love the insta shield. Obviously bring T-Lopes back. If T-Lopes could get access to like to, you know, like even live instruments, like crap, that'd be cool. Developers usually also have issues with it. Yeah, no, I get that. I have a feeling that like a lot of the since the game came out, I had a feeling that like most of the complaints people had or have in general with Mania are probably ones that the dev team was well aware of, that like they wanted to that they, oh my god, it is, alright, yep, it's him, guys, it's the real, wow, holy crap. Well, again, thank you so very much, holy crap. I was not expecting my videos to reach the the dev team of all people. That's crazy. That's insane. Well, yes, thank you again. I am very honored for you to stop by. But yes, I have a feeling that a lot of the things that that I brought up and a lot of other people brought up, like the level transitions and, you know, old levels and stuff, were things that, you know, the dev team was kind of aware of, and wasn't really in their control. You know, I get that. I totally get that. And I obviously don't put any blame like on you guys for most of the things I have. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess it's a game. You probably want to be looking around to see what, you know, what people have said about it and stuff, and just what if people are enjoying it. I mean, I do that. Like, I don't make the games, and I do that. Like, I look around to see like, just see how people like freaked out, if they freaked out the same way I did. Level design, yes, level design is stellar. Huge window after release, you watch people's videos and now you get spammed. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah. Next classic Sonic game. Give Sonic a darker shade of blue. Bring back Sonic 3 sprite. Yeah. Let's do it. See this? Seeing it? Yeah, see? This is Sonic. This is him right here. Now, I like the Mania sprite. I do. But, come on. Dark blue? Yeah, that's how it should be. Yeah, for sure. But I certainly don't want, like, you or any of the, like, dev team to at all think that I was, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I said anything that came across, like, I don't know. That came across like, I don't know, harsh or anything really? I don't think so, but yeah, I certainly don't mean anything I said on like a personal level of like, how dare they, I hate Taxman now, or, you know, not at all. Not at all. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, well, I'm, like, blown away that you have shown up in here. That is crazy. That is an honor. I, got my Sonic Mania cartridge right here from the collector's edition that I had to ship in, all the way from America. Which thankfully wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be, because Amazon gave me like $5 shipping, which I was like, oh, let me take that. Oh yeah, relax. Yeah, I saw that video as well. His flying back. Yeah, that was good. Are you familiar with King K's stuff? Like his learning to love Sonic Mania. He's I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and he's been sort of watching my stuff, and he has great stuff on Mania because he wasn't really huge into classic Sonic, and then Mania was sort of like whoa, you know, for him. Very good, very good, very good. Have seen King K. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Have I'm trying to think. I'm sure I had like actually like a question about the level design or something, and I was like, oh, I should probably ask that, shouldn't I? But now I don't. Now I don't know. Now I can't even think of it. Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, like I mean, I'm more of a, you know, classic fan. I started with like all the modern games and stuff, but got into the classic series mainly with like 2 and 3 and stuff, and I was like, wow, these are great. So Mania, I was like sold on automatically because I was like, oh my god, sequel to Sonic 3, Sonic 3's best game ever made, you know, can't wait. Oh yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but if that South by Southwest panel is Taxman and Stealth Sonic Classic Collection, Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles on PC and console and not on a phone, oh my god, I would lose my mind. Yes, Ben made a good point. Made a Sonic game that non-Sonic fans could get into. That is an excellent point. Despite the fact that Mania is quite like full of like fan stuff and references and things. Yeah, it's like a game that just anyone. It's so like pure, like just like it's just it's so like just easy to be like, yeah, this is Sonic. Same with, I guess, like Generations. People can just be like, this is Sonic, bam, I got it, you know. And so people that don't even like Sonic can just be like, this is fun, I like it. I love Generations. Generations great. What do I think? Are you asking me what I think about Hydra City Act 1? I like it. I like it more than Metallic Madness. Not a huge fan of Metallic Madness, level design wise. I'm not a huge fan of the boats, as I've said, and like the bubble and stuff. They're not bad. I don't think anything about this game is bad. Not at all. I just think there's elements where I'm like, oh, that could have been done a bit better. But that's the same with like Sonic 2 and 3. Like Sonic 3, Sonic, I mean, you know, Carnival Night, barrels, Marble Garden, spinning tops, bloody, oh, what am I thinking? There was another one, Sandopolis in general, you know? Sandopolis Act 2, ghosts and pulleys and sand and switches, like, no one wants to deal with that. You know, all the Sonic games have little things with them, and I'm like, oh, that could have been done a bit better, that could have been done better, that could have been done better. But Mania, like, I said this in the video, I think Mania is overall the most consistently good Sonic game ever. Like, Mania's level design and themes and aesthetics, like, there's no like definitive low point, you know? Sonic 3 is Sandopolis, Sonic 2 has like Metropolis and stuff, all the Opolises. Sonic Mania has Studiopolis, haha, but it's great, that doesn't matter. Mania doesn't have, like I don't like Metallic Madness that much, but Mania is always consistently good, you know? And that's important. That's important to me, so... well, I don't really know what I should do now. I suppose I should probably start wrapping this up. I know people have started to head out now, because we've been going for 2.5 hours, and I mean, I finished the game. Oh, you didn't... you did like the part when I, joked about, yeah, like Oil Ocean having, like, Oil Ocean, like, no one likes Oil Ocean, no one likes Sandopolis, so that, yeah. Again, like, I don't think that level's bad at all. I was just like, why? No, it's certainly, yeah, like, an improvement. Oh, was that like an intentional, like, you were like, yeah, let's get Oil Ocean and Studiopolis, and like, try to make something... Oh, okay. That's cool. This is interesting. This is interesting. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, you want to be challenged to like make something. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Oh, I'm trying to think. Like, there's got to be like some question I have about something with the level design, but then even then, like, I'm sure you guys like can't answer everything, you know. I don't know though. I don't know. I mean, I do just want to praise again just how amazing Studiopolis is in general. Studiopolis and Mirage Saloon Act 2. I do wish Mirage Saloon Act 2 was a bit longer. I do feel it ends like super quick all the time whenever I play it, but Mirage Saloon Act 2, amazing level. All that stuff. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, Metallic Madness is more of like a weird, wacky, like... Yeah, I mean, well, CD is bloody... CD is Sonic 1, but on drugs, you know, so like... And see, I enjoy CD, but I don't like it anywhere near as much as Sonic 2 and 3 and Mania, because I just find the level design just so, like... It just bounces you everywhere, and you can't, like, do anything, but there's some really good ideas there. Like, I do like a lot of... And I love the music, of course. Oh, pardon me. So, yeah. I don't know, I don't really have... I could, I don't know. I could mess around with like another mod or something. I'm messing on my second monitor, so that's why the game's gonna be frozen for a sec. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna assume, whoops. I'm gonna assume most people are probably good to head off now. Yeah, we've been going for 2 hours 40 minutes now. I know we've lost a few people, so it's probably a good time for me to start wrapping up, unless anyone has any more questions about things I said, like in the critique or anything, because I was kind of like, you know, post-critique, does anyone want to question things I said, or be like, what did you mean by this, or, you know. Yeah, Metallic Madness is like a fun, like, yeah, jazzy, you know, factory, and then Titanic Monarchs, or like, you know. Alright, well, thank you very much for showing up, Brad. That was super cool. I was not expecting that at all. Thank you very much for making the best Sonic game in over 20 years. Best Sonic game since Sonic 3 Knuckles. Well, yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad that that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you know, if you know, another game comes along sometime, you know, wink wink, we could see an even better classic Sonic game. But you know, who's to say if that's gonna happen? All right, see you around, Brad. Thank you very much. Blue Collie C Mania is a favorite Sonic game because of the level design. Yes, most consistent Sonic game. I would agree. I would agree. I would agree. Alright, well, I'd say... Hold on, let's do a... Bam. Fade over to here. Fade over to here, and then... Yeah, I don't do the screamy stuff. That's not my thing. For sure, for sure. Alrighty, everyone. Well... I'd say I'm going to get ready to end it about here. So, thank you all, everyone, very much, including those who have already left, because I know we had more people in here earlier, but then people had to go and blah blah, so that's all good. At least they stuck around for most of it. And again, I'm like, that's amazing that we had an actual dev of the game show up. So that is super duper cool. So, Let me change to this one. There we go. See you next stream. That's right. That's right. It's the end. We're wrapping up. I've got all this crazy. Oh, I don't remember if you guys saw this actually. Hold on. Let me just go to my desktop. I'm gonna Bayonetta back another moment. When I set up this thing right for my OBS now. So whenever I switch to main display, it'll like do this little thing and then wham! Ooh, look at that, you know. So I don't know. I just figured I'd show that off. It's kind of cool. All right, we're gonna start calling it here. So thank you very much again for everyone showing up. I've said that like 10 times now. I need to just end it. I might try and do more streams in future. This went better than I expected it would. I wasn't expecting people to show up. I haven't dropped any frames, so that's great. People seem to say the stream audio and video quality and all that was fine, so that's good. That's good to know. Yeah, I don't know what video I'm gonna make next, like as an actual video. I was thinking of doing something about Jurassic World Evolution, the park building sim. I don't know. I might do something about the actual, you know, movie Fallen Kingdom. I don't know. I got a lot of ideas cooking around. I'm going back to uni soon. If I could record Switch stuff, I'd probably look at Bayonetta 2. But can't record. I can, but it's a nightmare. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you again, everyone, for showing up. Thanks for having some actual intelligent conversations about Sonic and all that garbage. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been great. I might do more of these in future if people are going to stick around to watch. So yeah, I will see you all next time, whenever that is. All right. See you, everyone.